Yo, sup everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast, back after a 2-week hiatus. Thank you for being patient, joining us here again in studio. This episode is brought to you by Continental Belts and Hoses. You know, when you're under the hood doing your maintenance of your car, you don't always think about your belts and your hoses, but because you're thinking about oil, you're thinking about tires, you're thinking about the in-your-face consumables, but belts and hoses can dry, they can crack over time, and if they do, you can end up with coolant leaks, oil leaks, fuel leaks, or worse, the car could throw a belt, and if it's an interference motor, you got a big problem. Continental belts are OE in tens of millions of Chrysler, Dodge, Ford, and GM vehicles that roll off the assembly line. They're also OE, that's original equipment, on the majority of BMWs and Volkswagens. Now, Continental is launching the aftermarket multi-V belt with the OE pedigree. It's their OE Technology Series belts that are fanatically engineered for perfect fit, form, and function. And Continental has an OE Technology Series multi-V belt for 98% of the vehicles on the road in the US and Canada. Hey, you get enough surprises working on cars and trucks. A belt should not be one of them. Go with the Continental OE Technology Series multi-V belt, the belt with the OE pedigree. Get the full story at oetechnologyseries.com. We are also brought to you by Migliori Luxury Car Care Products. Migliori is known for making the best of the best when it comes to car care. Their product line is handmade and poured right here in the USA in my home state of Connecticut. Migliori's Strata coating is a ceramic coating treatment you can easily apply yourself. It adds a ton of gloss, lasts over a year, and keeps your car looking great for longer in between washes. It's extremely hydrophobic, meaning water just sheets right off, making maintenance so much easier. Strata coating has over 100 positive reviews on Amazon. If you need vetting, with spring right around the corner, you can use code TST at checkout at miglioriwax.com. That's MIGLIORE wax.com for 10% off your order. miglioriwax.com. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, the Brio Beardscape. Mine is back in the game. I brought it to the East Coast with me so I could look good on my wedding day, and whether you're at home or on the road, the Beardscape has you covered. You know, just about every guy has had a bad experience with a bad trimmer. You know, the kind you buy at the drugstore, they're like, you know, it's either the blades go bad or the motor dies or it's just a disaster. But I've been using the Beardscape for over a year now. It's reliable, it's dependable, it's tough. The motors has got a lot of power. You don't get those tugs. The blades stay really sharp. You don't have to oil them as often as the steel blades because it's got a ceramic blade. It stays sharper longer than steel. It's great. It's powerful. One charge lasts a long time. I've been using it for like over a year. Like I said, it's rad. It may be time for you too to upgrade to the Beardscape. Go to Brio for Life. That's Brio, the number 4life.com, and use code SMOKING at checkout. Code SMOKING at checkout to get the best price on the internet on the Brio Beardscape. Okay. On this episode, it is the wedding wrap-up. We got the whole family in the house. My new wife, Hanna, Zack, Tim, Vinny, and Thaddeus is in from Dubai. We were all obviously at my wedding, and we're wrapping it up, talking about some of the best moments in studio from that. So that's it's my wedding show on the Smoking Tire Podcast.
Those are slightly different now, but there's pants.
It's the Smoking Tire Podcast. We're here.
Very loud.
Huh? What's happening, folks? Hi, Sunday. We've been off for 2 years. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Because I got married to this bitch.
That's me.
That's Hanna. That's Hanna. Her last name ain't Farrah yet,
That's
but
the
we're
bitch.
working on that. I'm grinding her down to change her last name.
Wait, what's your name?
Don't know.
Oh, it's
Nat's going to change his last name to Stein.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is a
It's
battle.
gonna be great.
2019.
It's gonna be really good for my career, you guys.
How will this be decided?
Have you considered?
My career.
Have you considered hyphenating?
What? What's that? Your
I've considered
career?
anagramming because with Farrah and Stein, you can definitely at least have one of the words be fart. But I haven't. It's like fart nafe. I don't remember what.
This is what Hanna thinks about. We got Vinny Russo in the house.
Hello.
Who's been around, and he's our housemate now because Thaddeus, who was in the house,
Hello.
Can you that is with the tiny mic stand is like it's bad. You guys should probably
even
switch
larger.
mic stands.
Your human microphone.
yeah.
Bring it closer.
And of course,
It's all good.
Zach and Tim are in the house as well. We got a full house today, right? Because then we're all here because everyone went to New York because we got married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. So you can like give us wedding gifts on Super Chat. I'm kidding.
Do we have
premium
photos?
You can make an
Snapchat.
Amazon wish list.
So where do you start the wedding wrap up show?
Photos,
By
bro.
staring at Hanna awkwardly. Yes.
Yeah,
Am I talking about how Zack spelled my name wrong in his speech?
I did. I spelled
What's the
it.
difference? It's a speech.
I said
I
it
was
right.
going to say,
My man.
what does it matter?
What
Phonetically.
matters is because I needed
Zack
to go
did a
back
great
and inspect
speech.
all of the words. And I
Maybe he
was all,
wrote it
"Who is this
phonetically
woman?"
so that he wouldn't forget.
Need to. You just did.
No, it's a Stein family tradition to keep copies of speeches. That's like actually a thing, like the written copy of the speech. Like,
Did you
'cause her
guys see
dad,
when my dad handed me like a trapper keeper
Yeah.
full of pieces of scrap? What did the weird newspaper headline?
I don't know what he handed you because he didn't actually read anything when he was up there. He did a good job memorizing or whatever the fuck he did, but it wasn't reading. And then he hands her like the Bible handwritten. It looked like a serial killer manifesto.
Somebody thought
frankly.
to keep the Gettysburg Address, and now it's framed.
On hand,
so
of
I thought
you never know, right?
It would be
As you
funny.
do.
And speaking of speeches, so we had Thaddeus stand up in front, like in the
Classic.
actual ceremony, stand up in front of a room full of people and deadpan read the Fast and the Furious dinner table speech.
It was so good.
I thought it went over well, though.
There was
Lots
at
of
least a
people-
dozen of us that knew what was going on.
I
Yeah,
think half
and
the
we
crowd
really
laughed really
appreciated
hard,
it.
and
Yeah.
half of them, I watched a guy mouth, "What is he doing?" This guy was like 70 years old, white hair, and he was like, "What's he saying?"
So
There
yeah,
was some light tittering and then real laughing.
What's tittering?
Tittering is like
giggling,
yeah, like
yeah.
a.
Well, so
Like,
yeah, well, the general consensus was I've never seen a wedding like that. Now, if you were our friends, you were like, I've never seen a wedding like that. And if you're like my parents' friends, they go, I've never seen a wedding like that.
I've never seen.
It's all in the enunciation.
I've never seen Corona before at a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that before the other person. That
We served beer in the
fucking
ceremony.
Sang.
Oh, yeah, it was a
I
good
couldn't
song.
follow up singing. That
She
would
sang Mr. Rogers too.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a fucking
And she
Yeah, really well.
personalized it.
Yes.
yeah. Amy, our Hannah's friend, sang Mr. Rogers that we didn't know about. It was very cute.
We're married. She's our friend now.
Oh.
Is that always true?
No, she is our friend.
No, she is, but I don't think that's a
origin
rule.
story. She was like, team bride or whatever.
Yeah.
Right side of the room, I guess.
She was my walking partner. Did a good job.
So,
You
Good
do
at
look
walking.
good together. You did.
Just walking
You
is pretty
walked
easy.
very well together.
Yeah.
You did.
Someone
So-
suggested goose stepping. We were like, nah.
goose step.
What's a goose step?
Yeah, what is
Is
it?
that like a
Goose
crip
step?
walk?
No, it's how the Germans
That's how
walk.
the Germans
for
walked.
birds?
Yeah.
It's the straight-legged kicks.
Oh
I would
no.
have called that a rock cat.
No, I'm glad that was that was vetoed
No,
down.
I vetoed it.
You could have moonwalked. You had a.
One
Yeah.
walk.
It's
No,
banned
can't do it
now.
anymore either.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't moonwalk
Oh,
anymore.
that's
Yeah.
right. You can't.
So Zach was best man and gave a speech. Thad was bridal party and chief confetti cannon holder.
I didn't get a confetti.
You didn't have one?
No.
What?
He can't
I
be
had the
trusted. He
cannon.
had, no, he
Tim
technically had
got a
two
confetti
jobs.
cannon.
I had one.
I
But
was the
Zack
only one on
stepped up
time.
and did his job.
You were, Tim
I was the only one on time.
I sat down and there was a cannon there. I was like, I guess this is mine.
No,
Yeah.
remember, Zach? I mean, you.
Yeah,
Thad,
I was supposed to have
You're
two
supposed to get the
things,
rings.
and I didn't want
Tim, I
two
have a
things.
confetti
It's
cannon
awesome. I
picture.
wanted one
If you scroll
thing.
up, there's a confetti cannon picture, which is not a
Oh, see?
professional one. See, the confetti cannons worked out really good.
Wait,
Hannah
who
was all
took
about
that?
those.
Where are the
No,
weddings?
that's
no,
an
that was-
illegal
Wait a second.
picture.
It was an illegal picture.
I
We
know.
requested no cell phones,
Right.
and that is
That's not
from
fair.
a cell phone. As it turns out, no cell phones except one person sneaking a cell phone is a perfect ratio. No
didn't
cell
get to be
phones
that
except for
person.
one hidden that you can barely see through the confetti is awesome.
But because Tim was on time with the confetti and then everybody else wasn't, it allowed there to be a exact perfect amount of confetti at all times for a much longer
It was
time.
a long, yeah. And we actually filled the room.
When you
with
do
the
get the
confetti.
professional photos from the perspective that I had where I was sitting, I
Yeah.
think the photos are going to be amazing.
But because some people jumped the confetti gun, we had to fucking Oscar
Cannon.
music
Cannon.
the end of the
Definitely
ceremony. Right?
It was unclear. There was some ad-libbing that happened, I think.
No,
No.
but there was a lot. This is my thing about wedding ceremonies is like when there's no official end
Right.
ever. Like they end 75 times. It's always like vows, hooray, no, okay,
Kissing,
rings, hooray,
hooray.
no, oh, stomping of the glass.
The stomping in the glass
that
is a good
to
ending.
me is the
It's a good
end.
ending.
But
Yeah.
then it's to the kiss.
And then you have to walk out.
and then
Wait,
you walk out.
Is that the end?
And
Or
then
the
people
beginning?
pretend there's a receiving line. It's a whole
Yeah,
very-
there's no
very-
receiving
What's a
line.
receiving? Oh,
Like
yeah.
Lori, they all where you like fucking shake everybody's hand like if you're the
that'd be
Godfather or something.
Yeah.
That would take
Okay.
forever.
No,
a
but
good
so the
ending.
secret was Christian Hand, who has been on the show and like I got a zillion emails about because everybody loves him. He came to our Friday night party and broke down "Somebody to Love," which is Hannah's favorite song and the song that we walked down the aisle to. So when you have 100 people that now have an intimate relationship with a song and you play that song for them before a very emotional thing is about to happen, you get some heavily emotional people.
This is some Pavlov shit.
It was
Yeah.
it worked
really-
way better than I thought it was going to. It was a strong move.
It was awesome because I can't get Freddie Mercury's vocals out of my head.
I have
Very
them.
true.
He sent them to us.
Very
We
true.
have them.
Awesome.
The
Can I-
isolated
we'll
track.
get in really.
Yeah.
I'll get in a lot. Do I get in trouble if I play it
Probably.
a little bit?
Maybe.
If I just play a little bit.
This is fair use policy.
If I hang
Under
on, I have a. Here's
Under 10.
Yeah.
It's,
you
I'll
got-
play. I'll
you
play
got 9 seconds.
just the tiniest, with or without piano accompaniment.
Just vocals.
Solo.
vocals, yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
play just.
'Cause
I'm gonna
this is-
play. Wait, just a little bit.
We're all going to go to jail.
What you doing to me? I've spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief. Lord, some
So now you fucking
That's
want
where you cut it off?
I can't. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble. Like,
I know, but like,
no, there's a. I don't want to do that, but like we're gonna get in a lot of trouble if I play more than that. So
Can't
like,
they just go listen to his podcast?
They can.
does he? I don't know
No,
if he
he-
has
I think you
one
have
yet.
to see him live.
You have to
for
see him
that.
live to do it. So
Well,
he
for
did
that
it for
song,
us.
but you can go on SoundCloud and he puts like half the shows up, so you can get a taste of it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do because that one's brand new. Like us, we were the first people he ever did that
Should
one
have
for.
optioned the rights to it.
It was
he did it 2
fucking
weeks earlier.
awesome.
Yeah,
it was
really
so
cool.
great.
was
And
really
what
cool.
happens is when you take people's cell phones away or you tell people not to have your phone and then you play them a song that they have a relationship with, we got a standing ovation basically, which is the cool, which I've never seen at a fucking wedding before. Like anybody's wedding, it's all like da 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 da, da. And but they opened the doors like people fucking. I guess we got them drunk. And that was
That was the
start.
first. I gotta say that was the first two. I've been to a lot of weddings, and I've never had Coronas waiting for you as you walked in, lining the side of the room. That was
were
pretty
those to
impressive.
drink before the ceremony?
Yes.
Before
Yeah.
and during.
Or during and during. No,
And
we
during, okay.
absolutely people
we
were
had a
drinking
full
during.
bar before the
We didn't
ceremony.
have a
Like,
front row beers.
I'm so sorry.
The front row
Oh my God,
didn't
I'm
get
so sorry.
No,
We
but
didn't, we didn't have.
Next
You
time.
are-
yeah, we had a bar though.
You
We
were-
were standing at a bar while everybody else got
That's a
their
good
buckets
point.
of beer.
We actually did have a bucket.
We had
We did have a bucket.
we did, but we drank a bottle of bourbon first.
You're the highest maintenance person at the wedding, Thad.
Yeah, way to go,
Just
Thad.
You're like, I only want one job. Okay, I have two. I want one. I want a Corona. Why didn't I get a Corona? I have whiskey. What, how many limes is this?
Two
One?
jobs seemed
Come on.
like too much.
Aren't you
much.
directing something soon?
Do it once and do it right. Leave it at that.
Got to share it around a little bit.
Where do we? What else? What is the
Hudson was creepy at night.
Yeah.
Hudson is very charming in the daylight.
Yes,
Well,
and then
I
it
think
turns
my
into
dad
Children of the
described it
Corn
very
at
well
night.
in the speech, which was like Hudson was like a town that
Get close to the mic, baby.
Yeah.
knows on the mic.
Get
Yeah,
closer,
you gotta get close. You
closer
can.
to your
That's
husband.
why you have headphones on, so you can hear.
Okay,
Go
but
that way. And use the microphone
Because you're
too.
because
I
look,
don't-
see the camera there. You want
can't
to
see
be
that far.
Why so far?
Anyway, I forgot the point.
your dad Hudson.
Oh, my
creepiness.
dad had a really good description of Hudson. It was like Hudson is like a city that like like time and evolution has forgotten, but wedding planners haven't.
Right.
That is
That's about
really,
right.
Yeah.
It's
like-
about accurate.
Time
yeah.
forgot, and then Instagram remembered just enough of it
Right.
to get us back. If you want to get married in a fucking factory, though, that's
Yeah.
the spot.
That was definitely cool.
It was killer.
It's
Killer
definitely cool.
Well, you
factory.
took like the set of Saw 7, but then you made it really pretty. When you take all that stuff out, that place has got to be
It
interesting.
legit,
right?
Is
like
that a
that's where they
weakness? Check it
shop
out,
for
though.
all the props and Saw because
Yeah.
I walked that town at 12:30 at night with Larry and Mike Musto, and it was creepy right up until the
quiet.
point where the local guy comes cruising down Main Street blasting Guns N' Roses, "Welcome to the Jungle."
Wow.
It was creepy. Like, it was
Well,
straight up creepy.
and then people with
Meanwhile,
hockey
he
sticks
thought
run out.
they thought we were creepy. Look at these tracksuits. Like they didn't think we were coming to take what we thought was ours with tracksuits like that.
Impressive.
For for the 2-year prosciutto party, we need the wedding photographer for 2 days because
yeah.
these would have been awesome.
We'll break
We
these
had the
back
wedding
up.
party on Friday night. The wedding photographer on Friday night, which I think was a very good idea.
3 days. Then.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Ask us
3
your
days.
wedding planning questions, by all means.
Is that 3 days?
3 days.
No, oh wait. Okay, so here's something very important if you're planning a wedding: pigs in a blanket.
Oh my God, they were super clutch.
We only
Yeah.
had one past appetizer, and it was pigs in a blanket. And we had
Went over
ordered
well.
600 of them. And we had plates coming just to the wedding party before the ceremony, immediately following the ceremony, and then throughout. Couldn't have been happier.
How many? Hannah and I spent like months dieting, like, and then we had fucking like 10 pigs in a blanket 5 minutes before the ceremony started.
My hand, that's why you couldn't get my ring on. My hand was so swollen,
Yeah,
like
that was-
immediately.
Sodium. That's funny.
Fucking bad. But yeah, I think we glazed over something there. Thad just brushed on prosciutto party. Like some people have wedding cakes. We didn't want to have wedding cake.
No.
And
Oh, you didn't?
instead we cut the legs off a hog. You serve the rest of it at the wedding, and then it's the legs are in a prosciutto cave at Fish and Game or one of their at their prosciutto. And we go back in 2 years, and we have a prosciutto party.
How do you make
Interesting.
prosciutto?
Thaddeus?
Salt, cold.
Salt and thyme.
Yeah.
Basically.
Salt,
And a very
temperature.
sharp knife.
THYME
That's
or
the end to shave
TIME?
it.
Yes, it has to be shaved.
Yeah. Super
That, you know,
could
that's
put-
the
you
second
could-
time
I
that's
have
come
some
up
at the
today.
house when you get back. If you'd like tonight, you can have some prosciutto.
I mean, I've had it before. I was just
Yeah.
curious, like,
No.
is it one of those things?
But if now talking about it has caused you to want some, we have
I mean, it has and it does.
It
We have
will.
some at the house.
I'm glad.
good.
Thank God.
do you just keep rubbing salt on the outside? Does it get absorbed and you need more
Yeah,
and more
like
and more?
you know, just keep loading it up with salt, and
And then they
dries
like
itself
encase
up.
it, right?
Yeah,
in
they
the,
like wrap it
the
in
cheesecloth kind
yeah.
of thing, and then they tie it up.
Mum,
and then
they basically
hang it.
mummify it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. It's
But
like when
you
we did
need-
the bacon in the fridge.
Mummy is
but
delicious. Shaved? Ooh.
Remember
Truffle?
when
A cave.
when we did the bacon way back when?
Yes.
Just like that, but bigger.
I forgot about the bacon. That was great. Okay.
Oh, the bacon was good.
But the
And we
name
will do
of
it
our
again.
pig, also the name of the pig that we
Oh,
ate.
yeah.
Well, I made the mistake of wanting to know more about
Yeah.
the specific pig
Don't
we
ask
were
a question
killing and
you don't
eating.
want to know the answer to.
And then when they sent me the picture of like 4 pigs, and they're like, "Oh, we're deciding between." There was 2, Romeo and Fancy, and we ended up eating Fancy, who is named Fancy because she wouldn't go in the mud.
She's the cleaner pig.
Which is a really
Yeah.
good argument for serving hog to Jews on Passover. No, this one's clean.
This one's clean. Yours is
This one's not a dirty
Didn't live in
animal.
its own mess.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All the Jews were like, "Are you fucking kidding me with this? What are you doing?"
You're like, there's chicken coming later.
Yeah.
Right.
Nailed lots
We hope.
of holidays that week.
These sandwiches
God.
on the way out was a nice touch.
The Cubans.
I
The
didn't eat the
Cubans and
sandwich.
and the chicken salads on the way out. There
Oh.
were people grabbing fistfuls on the way
Missed
out
the
to have
Genius.
for later.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Very good.
genius. Didn't grab one.
Speaking of the Cubans, Timmy, can you pull up the picture of my philosophers on the bottom right there?
There
I
you
didn't.
go.
I aimed not to do any work during the wedding week, but I wanted to. I networked Christian Hand, Carl Ruiz, and Alex Roy, which is a network that needed to happen because I think Christian is going to start doing like a little residency thing at Alex's stereo store in New York. Like 50 people at a time. That guy's going to sell out stereos like crazy doing
It's a
that.
good pair.
It's perfect.
The hair club for men.
And
Also
then,
that.
yeah, and then Carl's restaurant is opening, and so he's going to have a party as well at the restaurant opening in New York, La Cubana. Carl was the fucking rock star at the wedding.
So funny.
Plating people's food, ordering Domino's at the hotel.
Table 10 was
Dancing.
where it was
Did you
at.
see him dancing?
Table
Table
10.
No, dancing. His dancing.
Yeah.
But he was a great guest. Well, you said he had a really good philosophy about being a guest somewhere.
Yeah, he was like, if he basically was the Wedding Crashers guys, but invited.
Yes.
Like-
Yeah.
That's
100%.
a really good way to put it.
And if you're gonna go to a wedding where it's like a new friend and you don't know anybody, like be that guy. Like he was dancing with people like no matter how old or crazy looking,
They or he looked.
both. He had the best
Or
line.
how pregnant.
Or pregnant.
Or how pregnant.
Yeah, he had the best line ever. He was like, "This wedding is like," he said, "This wedding is so beautiful. It's great. It's the best wedding I've ever been to." He's like, "Look at my date. She is dead inside and she's almost crying." She was 4 feet behind him. He said that.
we may have to just start a book of quotes from him from that night. And
Oh,
if we surveyed
reasons?
everybody at that wedding, everybody would have a different favorite quote from him.
Yeah.
Because mine was, I gotta go finger a 28-year-old. That was my favorite quote from him of the night. That was his exit, like, mic drop. That's how he's leaving.
Is
That's
that
how he
before or
left.
after Domino's?
That was before. That was on the way before he realized he was going to the after party. He thought he was really leaving, and that's how he left it.
Yeah. Really?
Did he grab any pretzels when he got to the after party?
Right, yeah, I have a lot of tingling questions about.
I'm sure there was Purell involved. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
He works in restaurants. They're big on hand sanitation. It's true.
Yeah. No, but the Domino's was delicious. Again,
Yeah, you can
pigs in
eat
a blanket and Domino's after 4 months
Classy.
of eating
Solid
clean.
pizza.
We
Classy.
had James Beard, chefs cooking food, and we're just like, yes, pigs in a blanket and Domino's.
So funny.
We didn't get much of a chance, me and Hannah, to enjoy all the like real food. We were.
No.
It's hard to wait. Like, there's a lot happening. It comes out in different stages. Like, is the chicken? The chicken was like was some of
The
best
chicken
I've
was
ever served.
awesome.
Chicken was
I never
But if
had
you got
the
it
chicken,
late,
but
then
it's
it's cool. Then it's not hot enough. Like, it's tough. It's tough.
Also, a thing in hindsight of the wedding is like I really was afraid that the tables were going to look empty. And I might have overdone it a bit on florals on the tables because the food came and I had a hard
There's no
time
room.
figuing out what was what.
That's the
I think I was
problem.
a
What do we
little
eat
drunk,
and
it
what
was
is
a little
just-
dark.
The more expensive the food, the more it looks like it's a centerpiece.
Yes.
We were in South Africa, like the 9th best restaurant in the world or something, and they put some shit down that I thought was a fucking bonsai, and they're like, "No, you eat that." I'm like, "What what part?" He like broke branches off this tree and ate them. Fucking serving me,
Just like a pigs in a blanket.
just
Yes.
like it.
Pig.
Absolutely.
I think centerpieces at a wedding are mostly useless and forgotten. No offense to you guys. I've been to other weddings where there was like lots of stuff on the table, and the bride and groom wanted you to like take these bottles when you left,
Yeah.
but it wasn't clear. So
Yeah.
when you left, it just looked like college kids had gotten.
Weren't we
drunk
supposed
there.
to take the centerpieces? Because like there was a discussion about that. I'm like, dude,
What would
some
you
of the
have
people,
done with them?
Not me, but some of the people that had driven
But
there
who
were
else?
Yeah,
asking.
like you do. They're
you take it
nothing
home
else
and you put it on
happens
your
with
table.
them.
Like they're pretty
Yeah.
flowers. You can just have flowers at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But
I just think no one leaves a wedding and thinks about it later and goes, the centerpieces were great. So like you could just leave it pretty
Well, when
empty.
I was planning
I
it.
kept saying there was not that no one was going to give a shit about the details, and Hannah did so many fucking cool details
No,
with
they
the
were-
whoopee cushions
those
and the
were great.
rolling paper things and the car. Like she put like 100 hours into detail work in this wedding, and
Those were
meanwhile,
great.
But
it
those are
actually did
details
make
that
it
matter.
awesome.
The Easter eggs. They're like
Yeah.
Easter
There's
eggs, and
Easter
they're
eggs
fantastic.
everywhere.
But the napkins, no one should ever remember your napkin. Like there was a whole thing. Like the first napkins I approved just visually. The wedding planner was like, "Great, those are $5 each," and I was like, "What?" It was like, how about like some paper towels?
That's
then?
$5 to rent one.
To rent a napkin,
rent
right.
a
You couldn't even
napkin
keep
for
that.
a day. Like
That's
a
insane.
fork is $1 each. Like I'm sorry, wait, it's $1 to rent one fork for 6 hours. Like fuck out of here.
You were
And then
in the
go, how
wrong
many
business.
people and how much silver? They each
How much
need
can you-
6 pieces, and there's 2. Fuck. And you've got 15 grand in rented silverware.
Let's buy some
Wait,
silverware.
is it cheaper buy the fucking
We looked
silverware?
into we looked into that. Don't worry.
We looked into all
Yeah.
it. She was like the
Yeah, 'cause
math.
that
Yeah.
seems. What's the break-even point?
Her spreadsheets were ill.
Yeah.
The spreadsheets
Oh, yeah.
were
The
fucking
spreadsheet.
yeah, I don't know how to do any of it. She can bang out Excel like nobody.
But nobody should remember the napkins at the end of a wedding. Like if that's your most memorable thing, then it was a terrible wedding.
You
True.
done fucked up.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the napkins. Do you remember the napkins?
Nope.
No, I don't
they were
remember.
white.
Those brownies.
Ooh, did you just say that too?
I said I think they were white. yeah.
Excellent work.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you have any other fun at the wedding?
I remember the bourbon and the Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had that my favorite micro batch bourbon, Taconic Distillery. The shit is fire. And what was the Iwai? The Japanese bourbon? Iwai?
Mars. or
Yeah,
something.
shit was nice.
Ooh, yeah.
And vodka and Fresca for everybody. You know how many people
Delicious.
I turned on to vodka and Fresca?
So
Like,
good.
It's the greatest.
Haven't had that in
fucking
like 4 years.
Such a good drink. Such a good drink.
You should wait another 4 years before
Baby.
having it.
They poured them strong. They poured them
Yeah.
fair strength.
Yeah.
Like I watched them do it was like 3 fingers and then ice. I was like, oh. And then I drank it and I started talking a lot of shit to like my boss. And it was
That's
5.
definitely Ferris strength.
I was like,
Yeah.
I should back off for a minute.
Somewhere between Ferris strength and you talk shit to your boss, that's Morningstar strength.
Yes.
But yeah, man, that was the shit.
No, it was an amazing wedding.
We
Really
didn't have
was.
any big fuck ups.
No.
No. Oh, yes. that.
Everyone was surprisingly on time and efficient.
Yeah. Actually, I have to say I was shocked about how on time everyone was. And early, except for Zack, who was late the first day.
Yeah. but
Oh, like
But,
seven,
and Tim, who
whatever.
didn't show up on
Seven
the first
I missed the rehearsal dinner. But what are you
I
gonna
think
do?
it's
But after that,
but getting to
everyone
Hudson
was on
sucks.
time.
Yeah.
And Christian Hand almost hit his fucking connection got fucked, and me and Zach had to arrange him an Uber from Newark to Hudson.
dude,
$268.
let me.
And Christian got a new friend out of it.
Yeah, he got apparently, neither he nor the Uber driver really knew where Hudson was. And when the fucking map, when you type it in and that fucking Uber map goes and pulls back, you can see the whole globe. Okay. But yeah, that was, and I had to, it was a surprise, and very few people knew about him being there, and so the only thing I was stressed about was him actually making it. So his flight got canceled for weather, and I was trying to make it happen with. Fortunately, Zach was in Newark.
He's on my flight.
Yeah.
Like he was 2 seats behind me or something like that.
But from Newark, he was going to transfer to Albany, and Zach was driving. So my first thought was get in the car with Zach, but it was Zach, his girl, their parents,
Their dogs.
their dogs.
Yeah, it was-
He could have fit. He wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, no.
It was just take Uber and
Yeah. So I was trying to solve this while doing wedding shit in front of me and trying to be helpful, and she couldn't know about it. So I'm having an aneurysm.
It was the only wedding party emergency I had to deal with as a best man. You called and you're like, "Can you solve this?" Yeah. And you
Yes,
have a phone,
I have
yeah.
a cell phone and a credit card. I can solve this in 2 seconds.
Take an Uber, and he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Solves all of our problems."
Yeah.
And it costs only a little bit more than a rental car. So just do that.
How
And
much
he's
was
like,
Uber?
$268 from Newark to Hudson. It was 140 miles.
3 hours or so. Getting
2.5.
out of-
Yeah.
2.5.
But he had his show, the party that he was performing at started at 7. He was going on at 8:30, and this was 3:45 p.m. and he's in Newark. And I'm gonna go on a Friday of Easter weekend. What the fuck?
There somehow was no traffic. Honest to God, every time we took a turn on the highway, all the traffic going the other way was terrible, and we just kept moving. I assume we took the same
That's
route.
what everyone
but
said.
It was very
Yeah.
lucky.
It was suspiciously no traffic. But no, Matt planned this
No one
amazing
goes to
surprise. Fair. Matt planned this amazing surprise, and very few people knew about it, including Matt's parents, who are hosting the event. And so when something weird started to happen at the venue, Matt's parents immediately assumed I had something to do with that. And
yeah.
They called the wedding off.
They
called and were
they called
what's
me.
this TV screen doing
and
here?
they called me. We are in the car together. Bluetooth picks up as my dad goes, "Matt, these guys are here setting up the speakers for what they say is some kind of surprise." Click, and I hung up. I hung up on it. And Hannah was like, "What was that?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. It just said you lost service. I gotta call back when we fuck." And then
Who's Roger?
when
What?
we got, and then she starts to go. She goes, "I think my sister I think Katie might be planning something." I go,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is not past
and
my
I
family.
she just went. She put that little nugget in, and I just went and just shoved that a little bit. I was like, I called Katie. She stonewalled me. She's definitely up to something. And then so that was immediate. And then I called my dad. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he's like, "I was just trying to." I was like, "You text that. You text that. You don't call that. The fuck." And he was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, "Don't call me anymore."
Ever.
And meanwhile, I called my sister and was like, "What the fuck? This is a Farrah-hosted event. Let the Steins just step back for one fucking
Yeah,
second."
meanwhile, she's panicking because she thinks her family's trying to infringe on the thing that my family's doing, because that would be a thing that her family would do, because they're very aggressive. They are. That's a good
wouldn't
thing.
call
like
my
a nice
family
way.
aggressive.
In a nice way.
So no, I mean just
Assertive.
socially aggressive.
Like they
Compared to my family,
Yeah.
I
your
just still
family's
think it's
very-
a
have fun, motherfucker?
No, they just
Yes.
they're very fucking lively, and my parents are very
extroverted people.
conservative and
Yes,
quiet.
totally.
You know, it's just a different fucking thing. And it could have happened that way. It didn't. As it turns out, I was perpetuating a ruse and almost got busted and fucking wiggled the fuck right out of it. Really makes you
Jedi-
confident about the
Jedi
person
mind
you're
trick
marrying.
your life.
How
Yeah.
convincing.
Jedi mind
Matt's
trick your
ability to
own
wiggle
wife.
out of a lie is fantastic.
Yeah, no,
thank
I'm
you.
excited about this new feature
About how
of
good at
Matt.
lying I am.
But also, I want to just a dress that surprise was fabulous and amazing. But also, I thought Christian just wanted to come to our wedding. Like at one point,
He
Matt
also
had
did.
said, like, Christian's coming to the wedding. And I was like, great. And I like put him at a table and like put him in the spreadsheet. And then that was all I could think about as the surprise was being announced was like, so Christian, we're paying Christian to be here? Like, he doesn't want to be
I
at
did
the
not
wedding?
pay him.
No.
I did not pay him. I bought his plane ticket and I bought that Uber. I didn't pay him. He was doing that. That was his wedding gift. He offered to do it. He said, if you
very
buy me a
sweet.
plane ticket, I will do the show for free. That was his gift. He wanted to be there. And he came to the ceremony.
Well, yeah, he had to see a song.
He
in
had to
action.
go the next day, but he actually put on a tie and was all like, I really want to see the ceremony because I like ceremonies. And he had a fucking great time and said
did.
it was beautiful.
We needed another bald guy there at the party, so it worked out good.
Yeah, we had a run of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All my old like high school friends are going bald and shit too. It's good.
Looks like an egg carton. It's me, but I just could not say it.
Fucking great.
All of your friends at work like cybersecurity or like Zimmerman, and I was gonna get my ass kicked.
Oh my god. Yeah, all my old school friends are fucking maniacs, and they actually were. I think they were on their best behavior.
Well, Chris
actually.
Young quit drinking, he said, which
Oh, did he?
changes a lot.
Oh
That's,
yeah, my old school, like my California friends and my old school friends are pretty different, and it's like friends you chose versus friends that were just put next to you because you went to the same school. And like, not that I don't love all of my old school friends, like they're great people, but like the friends I chose to make here is a little like I don't know, more grown ups. I guess
Everybody got along though.
Oh yeah, like
Well, mixing friends, as we all know, dangerous game.
dangerous. But when we were at the
Dangerous.
bachelor party,
Oh,
we
yeah.
mixed coasts, like Rivers
yeah, right.
joining,
You guys
and it
had
actually
already
worked
done it
out
a
really
bit.
well.
Yeah, one of Hannah's biggest fears is mixing people that only have her in common because she thinks that they're just going to talk about her, which they do.
Like
Hannah's quirks are like the thing they talk about.
even Carlos, who I guess felt like he said, a complete outsider. He made it known a couple of times throughout
Carl?
the night.
Oh, Carl?
Carlo.
Who?
Carl Ruiz?
Carl Louise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Carlo. He's
Sorry,
just Carl.
whatever. Carl. He made it known a couple of times throughout the night. He's like, that he obviously didn't know anybody. He wasn't left coast,
Yeah.
right coast at all, and he just couldn't say how he couldn't believe how accommodating everybody was. Both your families, all the friends, everybody. Because he's not a car guy.
Yeah.
He's not part of any of our crew. He's not part of your family. He literally was kind of the outsider, and he's like, everybody just treated me like I was one of theirs, and I'm like, what did you think was going to happen?
no.
Like, what
But
did
if
you?
anyone,
who the
if
fuck is this
anybody
guy?
can show up to a random scene
Well,
and
yeah,
shut
of
it
course,
down, it's him.
of
He's
course.
just-
But in his defense,
yeah.
it still was a little uncomfortable at first. But he was at the end of the night. He felt like he was one of
Carl
one
and
of
Christian are like my two newest friends, and they were both incredibly clutch players at
Yes,
the wedding.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one person who was my newest friend, Sammy, who I gave her an invitation and was like, "You are fully on the B list."
You
like,
told her she was D-squad.
because it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "You're my newest friend." Like, I wasn't sure about this, but now I have an open seat, and I think you'd be fun. And she was a blast.
Yeah.
She like showed up and was like, "Yeah, we're in."
Yeah.
Sat with my high school friends and killed it. It was very impressive.
Yeah, it was a really good group. Really good group.
It was so nice to talk to all these different people. It was great.
There was a
shocking
huge
to hear you say that,
variety.
Pat.
It's
of-
mentally taxing,
Do
but
you
it was
feel
great.
okay?
It was great to just see everybody.
It was.
Even
I
though it's
almost
like, oh
I
my
had
God,
like a
I've too
fucking
many
panic
people.
attack on Friday night when I saw 125 people, all of which I knew, and I was like, okay, how do I deal with this? Like, it's like it's like looking at your fucking day planner and seeing like, brrr, like, all right, one at a time, 90 seconds each, go. You know what I mean? It's hard. People go a really long way to celebrate with you, and you can only give them like 3 minutes. It's fucking kind of tough.
No, it was super nice. Though.
Oh,
Just-
shout
it
out,
was just
by the way,
taxing.
Timmy, pull that over. Shout out to Paramount Photo Booths. They donated that. These guys are fans, and they donated a photo booth. Look at me grabbing Hannah's titties there. That's nice. In a Viking helmet. Our first,
Dave
Historically
Feinsilver's
accurate.
wedding.
yeah, our friend Dave's wedding, he had a photo booth, and there
They're a
was
great idea.
And
They're
they
so
had, I was wearing a Viking helmet. It's a digital photo booth. It looks like a clear station. TST.
No, I was
Fucking
very
does.
concerned about the photo booth. I thought it was going to be very like novelty kitschy, and loved it. Everyone first of all looked really pretty in the photos.
It had the
And-
ring
yeah,
light.
the ring lighting.
is
Quite a bit.
Yeah, and until you get too close, in which case you look horrible and terrible. And,
True.
but also, we were told like if there's any like personal kind of props that we wanted in the photo booth, we should order them. Like they had some stock props, but like we should bring our own. And the suggestion I was given was like, maybe like a blow up photo of your cat or something that's like about you guys. And the only thing I could think of was that oversized banana.
What was the deal with that?
And
It's just a big banana.
I remember it.
Yeah,
Hanna,
but
banana. There's a natural
everyone had that in
connection.
their pictures.
Okay.
It felt really like.
And some people that you wouldn't expect to hold the banana like a penis and pretend to suck its dick did just that. Parents of friends, for instance.
Freddie held it up when I was getting a photo taken with my girlfriend as if it were my dick, and his arm is out of frame. And I haven't seen him in like 4 years. He's just like,
Where
here you
is said
go. I'm
banana?
gonna help you.
Huh?
Oh,
The
my
banana?
niece and nephew wanted it.
Oh, interesting.
The niece and nephew wanted that, and also Hannah's little like fur coat thing that she could wear over the wedding dress that she ended up not wearing. Her 10-year-old nephew took that, and he looks like fucking Slick Rick in this thing.
Was that the
And he's-
sleeveless?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
dude,
kid
he
is
was
hilarious.
by far like this. Like he blew Carl away as far as a rock star.
He's in one of the pictures. Go back up, Tim, to the left.
No,
To the confetti one, and like scroll over, and I think there's a picture of Cole. Is he there in the back? Go left.
may
Is he
have been in
there
that
in the
group photo.
background? Can you see him? No.
No.
So Cole's Hannah's nephew,
one
and
or
he's
two.
All right,
like
you
10.
had an interesting collection of egos there in that between Alex Roy and Christian and the rest of us are all there, and all any of us could say is, if we were him at that age, what would we be right now? Like without a doubt, he's going to be
He was doing the worm and shit.
unbelievably
Getting
famous.
unbelievable air while doing the worm.
Actually, his hair was sick.
Yeah,
He wore a sleeveless tuxedo.
Yes.
Yeah, I never saw him in sleeves the entire time.
Yeah, because on Friday he had like a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah.
And then he
He
showed, and I
doesn't
was
like sleeves.
sleeveless,
Did
that's
you
hilarious.
see his biceps?
He's got,
yeah.
he has
He
like
has, like,
biceps that he's
muscles.
sick.
He
Yeah.
he is by far like we all wished we could have been this 10-year-old kid. Like we're at the wedding, none of us are this cool at all. Like
They were
we've
the
never
they were
in
the
our
only two
life.
kids allowed. We weren't allowed. We had no kids' wedding except for the two of them, and it's exactly
There
it is.
jacket.
Wait,
I
dude.
know.
There it
How do
is.
you
Oh
show
wait,
that?
dude, can you put this up to one of the cameras? Hold this up, because this is worth seeing. Can you?
He looks so good in it.
He
And I was
looks
like,
like a gangster.
That's awesome.
He'll
have to.
grow into it some more too.
Yeah,
He's a pop star.
he looks like what is it, White Boy Rick?
Yeah, little Dicky.
Oh, it's fucking great.
So when do the wedding selects come out and the photo booth Dropbox?
Oh, we have. Do we get them digitally, Hannah?
What?
The photo booth? Do we get them digitally also, or just they gave us all these extra like backups of the print?
Yeah. We should be able to get them digitally.
yeah.
I wouldn't
Makes
know
sense.
why. Let's talk about Matt's ring
You wanna
and
talk about
how
my
long
awesome
he
ring?
set up that photo shoot last night.
I live my still life. I mean, how long? 5 minutes. My ring is made of carbon fiber.
long-
It's
it's a
really
long time.
light, and every other strand is responsive to black light. So that's the daytime, and then go to the right, Tim, and then you shine a black light on it, and then it fucking gets glowy. It's to identify you as married at a strip club.
I can't wait till we go to a rave. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
They know you'll spend the most money.
Carl says it's perfect because it counters what he calls the blue lighthouse. Rolexes glow a very specific
that's
color
right.
blue.
Which is
when
the
you're
strip club
when you're
advertiser?
at the strip club, the blue lighthouse signals the ships to come in.
Jesus.
So funny.
It's a fucking great Carlism.
So good.
I don't like strip
I think
clubs.
the
Hannah.
the Invicta glows red. It's like, this guy has no money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the
my
fakes.
watch.
The fakes glow the wrong color.
$30
Yeah,
Invicta.
yeah. What else happened? Can we talk about the fact real quick that we elected to go? The wedding was on 420, and both Hannah and I were concerned that your stoner friends on 420 wedding would be outside smoking weed the whole time. So we attempted to mitigate this by providing vape pens.
Yeah.
Which you can see in this image here with my professional grade battery bank charging the
Jeez.
fucking vape pens. So a friend who will remain nameless, let's just call him the shaman, offered
blazed
to
one.
mail the cartridges, and so nobody would have to physically carry them. And they got returned to sendered. And so the shaman had to scramble to come up with just a few cartridges so that we could, have the people satisfied that needed them, even though we couldn't go to excess like that. And so
Nobody really went outside to smoke weed the whole time because these people were satisfied. However, my father, who found a box of Cuban cigars that Vinny brought,
Oh, that's where those came from.
yeah, went around apparently grabbing everybody and being like, "Come outside and have a cigar with me."
He bullied Nick Steinman into smoking a cigar.
That's cigars for 90 minutes.
That's awesome.
Anyway, what's happening on your phone, Hannah?
I was trying to get a picture of Cole.
Did you get one? We just had one.
The
No,
more
You need a
yeah.
wedding picture?
A wedding, a
If you can,
Chippendales one.
if you can get a
Chippendales,
picture of Cole.
yeah.
Are
Very
we?
Chippendales.
Is this computer Wi-Fi turned on, Tim? Can we airdrop to it right now, or is the Wi-Fi turned
We
off?
have Wi-Fi on.
It's on. Oh,
Yes.
cool. You can airdrop to it if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, the moral of the story with the vape pens is that if you're going to ship substances across, you're going to want to make sure that where you ship it to has an actual mailbox to receive it.
Yeah, it got sent
That's
back
a-
because
it's a
there
good
wasn't a
tip.
physical mailbox.
For,
You wanna
for
send- you
going
want to mail
going,
anything.
Now,
yes, anything.
It should be said that the PS to that story is the the non-return address he used was a real address. It just wasn't his. So he just went over there, and there it was, and it has been recovered. Although it wasn't where we needed it to be
Interesting
when we
move.
needed it to be there, we still did get to. And shout out to Vessel. Let's hold that up to one of the cameras, Vin. Shout out to Vessel for making these engraved vape pens for the bridal party.
Yeah.
Big hit. Vessel
Very
pens are
fancy.
like luxury vape pen batteries. They rule. Shout out to them. They made them on the house, which is very,
Very
very
nice.
nice. Very,
Very nice.
It's very nice.
Like it very much.
They're very pretty.
What else do you want to say, Hannah? Now that we give you a microphone.
Go.
Now that how does it feel to be stuck with me for the fucking until the end of time? With
I mean,
a
well,
rolling
I
case
had
of
a
divorced
choice.
people coming through our house.
Like-
Yes.
Yeah, they're very looking at you, Vin.
You asked me. Stay.
I'm very excited to spend the rest of my life with you, Matt.
Thanks, baby. Just don't touch.
She moved away
Just
from
don't
him.
touch.
For those listening, she moved
Please don't
away.
touch
She
me.
moved
To a
away.
touch.
Yeah, we're getting separate beds next week. We're gonna go back to we're gonna go two twin beds opposite the room. It's gonna be fucking
I think
luxurious.
you need
Two
the-
bathrooms.
You need the tri
separately.
bed,
That
though.
yes, two
Definitely.
bathrooms.
Like-
Two
totally
bathrooms.
Big cuddle bed,
Yeah.
separate sleeping beds, so you need 3.
No, just a
What do
place
you do?
to
You
just
like
a place
cuddle
to
and then
poop
just
with
roll
thicker
off?
walls.
Yeah.
What?
Just a place to poop with thicker walls in between.
I
That's
think
all.
2 or a strong exhaust fan.
Separate bathrooms is nice.
Separate
though.
bed. Yeah, a wise man told me it's about talking, it's about trust, communication, and it's about separate bathrooms.
Is that
This
Musto?
is
Because
what
he
it-
said
yeah.
that to me.
And he's only wise now because of the beard. He
Yeah,
was
that's right.
he was a Goomba before, but
No.
now he's a Santa-like a Goomba.
Or a
He's very
trucker.
sage-like a Goomba.
His beard's
He
ridiculous.
came to the
It's
wedding.
great.
Musto and Aisha came. Like all the good car people came.
Yeah.
Freddie and
Larry
Larry
and his wife.
and Victoria were there. And
Larry brought his R8 out. Hudson did not know how to respond to that car. That poor guy. Like he entering into the city, he goes driving by. So Larry's got his R8 with open exhaust, and he comes pulling into the city, and he drives right by a funeral for a policeman.
oh god,
Where there's
God.
every cop in the city is outside, and Larry has to drive by, and there's no way to make that car quiet, even
Burble-
at idle.
burble
Yeah, he's
tune.
full burble.
Burble tune.
And so of course, and he looks over and sees that everybody at the funeral is outside, and looking right at him. It was really funny. That's how he entered Hudson.
Let's really make himself known.
That's a Seinfeld
It actually
problem.
wasn't like a lot of people asked about like the cars at the wedding though, and there basically weren't any. It really, I mean, Rob drove a Ferrari and Larry,
Yeah.
but like we didn't. It was all in one building, so there was no like drive off or fucking
Yeah.
any of that shit, and we didn't.
Everybody
we didn't
like
drive
flew
it.
and rented a car up there.
Yeah, no, I mean,
train.
it wasn't. If we tried to focus on it being a car thing, like we probably could have done that, but like, who gives a shit? It
Take,
was
take a
like-
day off.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. It didn't. It was not. It didn't come into play.
And we didn't really talk cars on much at the wedding.
No.
No,
Not-
because
not-
I
most of
didn't
my
have a- I didn't
friends
have a
have
single
other
car
things they
conversation.
can talk about.
Yeah.
Even at
That's
the,
really nice.
But even
When
at the car
people-
table, we didn't.
Yeah, no, but when people
Well,
who
'cause you
have
had
other
Carl.
things to talk about, right? Yeah, Carl. But when even if you have other things to talk about, when people who know anything about cars get together, they can't help it but talk about cars. Like it's, believe
We gave
me,
them
I know.
something else to talk about most of the time. We presented them with an array of visual and auditory stimulation.
Like, do you think that metal
Like-
tank hanging from the roof will fall? There was something that looked like they poured iron ore
yeah.
through it hundreds
Well, they
of
did.
years ago.
Yeah.
How
I
many
was just
people
like-
have died in the building?
This place was a foundry, so there was like a big, a big funnel,
Yeah.
a holding tank with a funnel up in the ceiling,
It's like
above
iron.
the balloon sculpture that Hanna had commissioned.
And
I wish I
have
doubled the number of
I
balloons.
have to.
It probably seemed
So did
like a
we.
lot of balloons
We
at the
thought that
time.
too.
I have to be honest with you.
I got a lot of
Everybody was
letters
a little
about it.
disappointed about the balloons. We all expected them to drop at some point.
Me too. I
And-
thought they were
And
gonna drop.
the knots
You gotta
they
add.
used-
You want them balloons to drop? You add 2 zeros.
Yeah. I'm sure that's the case. I'm just letting you know we all went.
You're
in with
talking
the
about some
expectation-
animatronic shit. People are all in the building and the fucking. Oh, your lifts aren't fucking robot super vending machine lifts. Oh, okay, yeah. Add 3 zeros. Shit.
I wanted to untie a balloon for all the helium fun, and they are so secure. Whoever did those made them like they will hold up to any tornado because it
I
was like
wanted to
woven
give out
like
darts
challah.
at the end of the night.
Yeah.
That was
We
my
were thinking
dream.
maybe we would issue blowguns.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
or
Little-
lawn darts.
Blowguns might be safer than darts.
Then darts.
Think about that sentence.
Dude, imagine you gave Morningstar
What
just
goes
a
up my-
case of darts. You gave Morningstar case of darts, case of beer. See you in the morning, Tom.
Take these down. Yeah.
I'm surprised you gave Morningstar a knife to cut his meat.
Oh yeah, no, he was fucking ready for that meat. I was so excited that we had the natural foods.
Band was good.
He's actually building a log.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Morningstar
Did
is
you-
building a log cabin.
Did you see Tom's most recent either Instagram or YouTube post about like cutting trees down and just like waiting till they dry out so he can use them to buy something or to build something?
No,
Here's
but
some-
where did you find this? Does Tom use social media?
Tom just friended me.
Facebook.
He
Sometimes.
uses Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. The only one of us that has Facebook
Yeah.
and works there would know this.
It's my job to
Yeah.
be on top of these things. No, I actually was very suspicious because Tom, like, is friended the right word for Facebook? Plus to me.
Why are you asking us?
Maybe.
Like
What the
post-
fuck?
Anyway,
paged.
You Gen
Tom-
X or
Dated.
Tom reached
he
out
dated
to
you.
me versus the.
He dated you.
No, but it was the day after we told him he couldn't bring a +1 to the wedding, and I was like, I don't feel good about this. Like I felt like he was gonna like come after me in some way. Like right after we said no to him on something, he was like, "Let's be friends on social media," and I was like, "Oh,
I'm going to
no."
tell you all
just
about it.
Yeah,
prepared. But it was fine.
it was fine.
And
It was
now
fine.
now you get videos of him cutting trees down.
He was really good at it.
It's cool.
Oh, I mean, Tom plus a chain. Tom knows how to fucking run a chainsaw.
Yeah.
he is good.
He's, like, off
He
the
is
grid
good
and
at
having
that.
fun.
Yeah,
Pretty
he
rad.
bought some dirt in the middle of nowhere and is actually trying to build a log cabin. I mean, not trying. Is
Yeah.
presumably
Like,
he
I-
downloaded plans off the internet and is cutting trees down.
I assume he checked that he's allowed to do this on this
Oh
piece
yeah,
of property.
no, he did because
Why not?
because he can't. He's not allowed to do certain other things. Like he can't build like a tiny house.
Okay.
He can't do certain things, but he is doing the thing that he is allowed to do. Yeah.
Okay. It is Tom. Just double check.
I'm glad that there are places where you can't build a tiny house.
Yeah, but I
hate
also
tiny
think
houses.
he rides his bicycle there from Rye.
What?
He's done it at least once, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah, it's far.
Like it's like 150 miles.
Yeah, he stops on the
And
way for a night and sleeps, and then
Yeah.
does 70 the next day.
He's fucking nuts.
He
He
sleeps at, like,
rides his
gas
bicycle from
stations.
Rye into Manhattan.
I know why I know this.
Oh, I thought he slept at like a hotel.
No,
What do you do?
I don't know. Why do I know that? Why are
Why
all
do
of
you
you
know
looking
this?
at me about
I don't
this?
know. Do you know
That
something?
sounds
we
like
don't know?
something from the 40s where you're like, I'll stay at the filling station /
No,
hotel.
I have this weird memory of Tom telling us a story of him bicycling like from X to Y and stopping like in the filling, like sleeping behind a gas station, and I might be making that up.
No, I
That sounds-
completely buy that.
Yeah, that
that's
sounds
on brand.
about right.
It's 100% on brand.
But why do I know it?
Because he probably told you that.
After
No.
he messaged you
I
on
don't think
Facebook.
Tom's ever directly told me anything.
There were a couple of my friends that you were meeting for the first time. That's weird when you meet someone for the first time at your wedding, isn't it? Isn't that kind of strange?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
conversation over.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
A lot of pregnant people at the wedding. Also, a side effect of getting married in your 40s.
Also, we think my sister's pregnant. We suspect she is. Sorry.
She didn't
That-
have
am
a
I not
drink.
supposed to suspect
She didn't have a
publicly?
drink all
Anyone
night.
who doesn't drink, I know, automatically
If you don't
gets
drink
that
at an
suspicion.
open bar wedding,
I didn't
suspicions
drink.
are high.
We also think
Yeah,
you're
but you
pregnant,
can't
Finn.
be pregnant.
Yeah, but you have like a third of a colon. I forgive
True,
you
yeah,
for that.
okay.
Yeah, and you bake.
And I
which is
do,
a real
and
fucking-
I'm now really happy that the no baking policy has been lifted now that the wedding is over. So
fucking it's
It's
really
the worst.
Get fat for
He
summer.
he fucking made cinnamon roll waffles.
I saw the photo.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is a genius idea.
Yeah, except
but
now we
terrible
know
for you.
they're good.
But
This
diabetes.
is a problem.
I'll be taking one down later.
I had to try it and see if it actually like happens the way that they said that it did, and it
It's very
turned
good
out
idea.
fantastic.
I do
it
think
turned out
I want to
Can
get
I-
stoned and try that.
Can I
sometime.
give you my
the one we
cheesecake
wanna do
recipe over
next-
here?
Yeah, you were supposed to. Your mom was supposed to give me a banana cake recipe, and I never got it from her.
Bernie.
The one we want to do next is the croissant waffles. Croissant waffles seem good. We tried hamburger waffles today.
I tried.
Or
No, I tried to make.
meatball
I tried to make
waffles.
meatball waffles. I had this whole thing planned, and I
work.
think that his dad's waffle iron from 1977. I think we figured out it was. Or
that,
when-
pretty sure that's
that
mine.
old ass waffle iron.
That's mine.
It's your waffle iron.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, quite sure.
Is it? How old is it?
I grew up with it. Let's go to the photo.
Yeah.
If I see that photo again, I'll know it's mine.
Do you think it came to my house from your from the Ply House?
It's an
Oh, for
Oster?
sure. Yeah,
It's
like a beigeish tannish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
do you
was-
want it
It's
back? It's
yellowy.
yours.
I mean, I haven't made waffles.
But you,
Well, clearly.
but
Since
guess what? You could
1977.
be, and you could simultaneously eliminate them from my life.
Yeah. I love Vinny because I've seen you when we went to Fontana. You know, at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're mixing like pre-workout and creatine. Everything's turning pink, and you're like doing chemistry. And I'm like, oh man, he's like really focused on nutrition. And then you're like, oh, I made cinnamon toast waffles. Like, I think these are conflicting theories happening.
If
right
I'm
now.
gonna get up at 4 a.m. and work out, there's a reason
Then
that I'm
you need
getting
a
up to
reward.
working out. Yeah. So I made banana pancakes this morning. It was good. And
They were good.
They were
and
good.
allegedly healthy.
They were.
Yeah.
There was an entire banana in there. There was
Yeah.
egg, and there was like a half a cup of mix, which was gluten free. There was
All right.
really nothing in there.
I
that
ate,
was-
I ate 2 and then did an hour of cardio, so I feel
Yeah, that's
pretty, I
good.
felt pretty
yeah,
good about
there wasn't
myself.
anything in there.
Free
Next, I'm
post-workout
gonna add
for sure.
some protein powder in there next time. It'll be
I'm
good to
sat on
go.
a plane for 16 hours.
So Thaddeus fucking
I've done
came
nothing.
from. Describe the last 2.5 weeks of your air travel for us, if you
Yeah,
don't mind.
Jesus.
Oh, we got a lot of questions, and then we're gonna go to ask Matt and Hannah fucking their relationship questions on there. Are there not many of those?
Mana?
Okay, Mana.
Oh.
All right, so
Thad,
Manhattan.
last
I-
2 weeks, Thad was.
I live in Dubai. So I went
Anagram them
to
both
Kenya
together.
for a week for some work. Then 4 hours before I leave from Kenya, there's a bomb scare at the Nairobi airport, thinking that I wouldn't make it to your wedding. Problem number 1. My boss is like, oh, it's fine. It's Nairobi. So we go, anyway, fine. So they say, you're on standby. Almost killed somebody. Step 2, cleared, fine.
Wait, who almost killed someone? You.
I
were-
was
okay.
ready to kill
Yeah.
somebody. Like,
Stand
But that's
by-
separate from
Kenya
the
to
bomb
Los-
threat.
separate from the
I heard
bomb
Nairobi.
threat.
So,
Okay,
you know.
so there was a bomb threat.
Bomb threat still
you
went anyway.
wanting to kill someone.
Yeah,
Not really,
Nairobi is
but
a
okay.
terrible airport. So anyway, so Dubai from Kenya, Dubai, 3 hours in Dubai. Leave one part of the terminal, get a taxi, go to the other part of the terminal, check back in, go to Champagne Lounge, Dubai, JFK. Your wedding in JFK, back to Dubai for a week, and then back to here.
That is fucking crazy.
You seem very awake though. I'm
That's
impressed.
coffee.
Oh, okay.
I had a very large cold brew as soon as I landed. Which
Yeah,
was nice.
we appreciate it. You're gonna fucking die at 9 p.m.
I know,
but you'll
but
be
that's
going hard
fine.
until then.
But we're
No,
watching Game of
10.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 because Game
10
of
because
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
If he's gonna fall asleep through Game of Thrones after dinner, I guarantee it.
yeah, probably.
That's okay.
But you got an Airbnb around the corner, so go to all the same local spots and chill, which is better than. Someone suggested hotels in Beverly Hills. It was like,
What?
No.
Get the
No.
fuck out of
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Far
Beverly
and
Hills.
expensive.
Useless.
No, but we're not going to go to the details. But Thad hired me for a gig for him from his Dubizzle fucking production company. So I'm gonna do a little gigging with
Nice.
him and film some things. And actually, one of the things that we get to do for the gig is we're taking the safari to El Mirage. So that'll be super
Oh,
fun.
rad.
Getting some video.
And Larry Chen's coming.
What's El Mirage?
Dry lake bed
Oh,
out in like 80 miles northeast of LA.
it's well named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like very famous. They ran like it's like a mini kind of Bonneville salt flat. So they've run like racing and stuff.
A lot of people died there thinking it was water too.
Oh, we have things.
Misfortunes.
You have lots of
hilarious.
things.
All right. Belviger says, Hannah, your dress looked amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Looking forward to another episode with that. Well, here he is. Toon Squad says.
Wait, was that in one sentence?
Yeah,
No,
You
I,
can't see the screen.
parsed.
Oh.
I parsed. Toon Squad says, I have a conspiracy theory. Manufacturers add chrome or plastic cladding so they can charge later when they take it off in higher trim levels. I think that's true, but
Probably.
they don't
Is
take
that
it
about
off.
my dress also?
No, yeah, they did on your dress in clouds. No, they cost more to paint it later.
Isn't
They have-
chrome more expensive than paint?
but it's not real chrome.
it's
anymore.
not
plastic
real chrome
is
anyway.
fake.
It's just Mylar,
Yeah,
probably.
but like no, like they come out with the bare plastic first, and then they charge you more to paint it.
Of course.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it's not really a conspiracy theory. It's just business.
Thad, any choice finds
it's
on
just business.
Dubizzle
Hey.
recently?
These
Dubizzle is the Craigslist of Dubai.
Craigslist equivalent. Nothing really crazy. The best was been that 1000 SEL.
I think we may need to get one of them.
I've been looking. I haven't.
There's not a lot around. That thing we need because we need an airport shuttle for the shop. So there's a couple options. Centuries are coming in. Like you can get a Century
SM.
Nah, no, something. It has to fucking work. I don't want a headache.
Yeah, V12 Toyota. Yeah.
Definitely the Century then.
The 1000 SEL it seems
That's
like
lovely.
Will this work?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Will that work though?
Huh?
Will that work?
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than a Citroen.
The
of course.
engine is just a 560. There's
Okay.
nothing.
It's just long.
It's just got a bunch of fucking 80s TVs and equalizers and weird bolstered seats and stuff in it. It's like, pull that. Yeah, look at that. Look at the fucking dashboard. What is all that shit? Who would even know?
You know who would know? Klaus. Klaus would know what all that is.
What the fuck is any of that stuff? But it doesn't matter because it's a rack system. A fucking dashboard. That's what I want.
Has a TV in it.
Yeah.
The front.
But did you see that wagon on Bring a Trailer from last week? That was
Look
like
at
a.
look at the gear
which
shift of that.
wagon?
It's like a golden parrot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a hawk's head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Weird. Sorry.
like a little bit of gold.
Look at that! It is. It's like a bird's
Matching
face.
walking stick to go with that.
Yeah, right. To like old Biff's cane, like smash people in the head
We could
with.
call it the Maltese Falcon.
This is getting good.
We need something like that. We're gonna. So that's the only thing interesting on Dubizzle recently.
Yeah, it's kind of all standard stuff at the moment. Nothing really fun and funky.
Any thoughts on the $5 charge at Craigslist now? Just ruining all the fun cars being on Craigslist?
But do you think is it really, or is it ruining people posting the same shit over and over and over and over again? And now they might just post it once and it'll clear out a bunch of. Oh, look at that, Timmy! Pull that over. That's
God, that's
fucking
good.
sick.
Yeah, that's kind of like the interior.
What is any of that shit?
It's all
There's no
stereo.
fewer than 9 switch panels.
There's like
in that
6
car.
equalizers in this car.
And what are all the buttons on the steering wheel? Like, what are they all doing? I don't know. And there's a huge CRT TV in the dashboard.
I think. Are the blinker stocks
amazing.
gone? Did they move all those controls to the wheel?
Man,
Looks like
early fucking Formula One. Yep. Craziness. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, my friends. But we need some of that at our shop. Definitely.
Not cocaine.
Not
the-
cocaine.
No. Yeah, not
I want to
no.
be very clear
It is a
about that.
real parking garage.
Not cocaine.
That's how I heard it. Yeah.
No.
Disclaimer, but really.
I mean, either one.
But really,
Yeah.
but no. But yes. But
you
no.
need like an ex-ambassador, ex-head of president kind of.
But that's what I look. That's what I mean. Look at the seats. Oh,
Just
Lovely.
Recaros. You can get those in
be
anything.
still, but the speakers in the headrest, my friend.
And
Be
the
Pontiac
still,
Fiero
my heart.
style.
The controls
The
for the
remotes,
seats.
the bolstering, everything about that is fucking spectacular. That is the finest automobile that $32,000 fucking can buy.
There's some cheap Bentley Turbo Rs floating around.
My fucking guy keeps trying to get me to buy a Bentley Turbo R, but
What
I just
guy?
can't.
The Century's cooler.
What's his name? Jesus
guy.
fucking Christ.
The
The
guy.
my
Oh.
Italian car guy. Donnie Calloway. Let's see. Matt and Thad, favorite, or including Zack in this one as well. Favorite memories from the old days from Drive or TST. Fuck me. Making the first movie was super fun.
That's awesome.
First All Cars Go to Heaven
Those
movie
were
was
some
very
of the,
fun.
Some of the best trips.
Yeah, that I actually think would like to do some more like. I don't care about a beater car really as much as like going up on top of those mountains, up those trails. Like, it's so weird because you drive across like the country and states and stuff. So, like, how many times have you driven like back and forth to San Francisco? But like, you're always seeing the same thing over and over. You get numb to it. But like, we drove up that mountain. It's like, I never seen this fucking view before. So this is new. You know, it's like you're seeing a view that people don't really get.
And that's what overlanding is.
Yeah.
It's great.
Just through like the Utah portion too, with the Model T through the canyons. Like, a Model T may or may not have ever been here or ever will be here again.
Spending like 6 hours watching a Model T do some really gnarly off-roading is a pretty unique experience.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. John says, how the fuck What? How the fuck is traffic real? Like, just drive. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. Like, just drive.
I just want to point
Is
out.
that not a T-shirt yet? Because that's great.
No, I would.
Just drive.
Yeah, that's a great tweet. I bet if you tweeted that, like, I bet you could get like a couple thousand retweets.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
I like that. John's avatar is a Bugatti Chiron.
Yeah.
I think,
That's been Cars
and
tweet.
he gave us $2 Australian, which I think
yeah.
is like $1.
So, like, how the fuck is traffic real, mate? Like, just fucking drive, mate.
I think it's
That's how the
great.
rich stay rich.
T-shirt time.
Andre wants to know if we'll be at Radwood LA 2019. If it's the same, I think they've figured out by now that if they put Radwood LA on the same weekend of my birthday, Hannah and I will just have a party for them. It's pretty much it's habit at this point. And tacos. What the fuck is it Jorge?
Well, it was Jorge. Then we had Jorge's cousin, who was also great.
Jorge sent his cousin. We had
Yeah,
the
Fernando.
pre-Radwood party.
Fernando.
The taco guy we got was
You just got a random
From
taco
Jen
guy?
Horsey.
So good.
courtesy of Jen Horsey.
They bring their
I
own
miss so much.
their own cooking top. They put it outside on the patio. It was so good.
Oh, it's
Oh,
amazing.
it's great.
So
It was
good.
pretty
It's so great. So if anyone's in LA and wants an at-home taco guy, shoot me a DM on something and I'll happily send the contact. No, this guy was great. If you're having a party in LA, like
he was
call
amazing.
this fucking
yeah,
guy.
no, he
So
was
great.
absolutely amazing.
Do you have a mariachi guy yet?
A mariachi.
You don't
No,
have
but we
enough
walked
room.
into the wedding behind a marching band, which is fucking
was-
sick.
Yeah, I have that
Hannah's
video. That was
move.
pretty dope.
Do you have the video of that?
I
Yeah.
thought there was no phones, Vinny.
Can you airdrop?
that was-
just,
that was
in
the-
the, just in the ceremony.
Did
you don't
airdrop
listen
work?
to anything.
Did you guys try airdrop
I
before?
did, but I didn't understand.
Vinny, see if you can airdrop a marching band video
You don't work in
to
tech.
Tim A. Because I'd like to see that too. Because I was only at the back of it, right, baby?
That's right.
Couple of congratulations,
I don't-
thank you. Okay,
I
real
airdrop
question.
on your phone. I don't
No,
airdrop
to
on the
Mac.
computer.
It's like called like Mac
Like
Pro
Mac.
or
He's
something.
got to open up the
Oh
Finder
boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
gonna be a
Let's see.
situation.
thing. Click on airdrop.
Hey,
Aaron
Siri.
Dumble says, should I get a lightly used Mustang GT Premium Performance Pack or a Ford Focus RS for $30,000? These are two different cars.
Yes.
Here's the short version of it. If
Tim,
you
change
really
it.
need the all-wheel drive, get a Focus RS. If you don't really need the all-wheel drive, if you live somewhere with bad bumpy roads, you do not want a Focus RS, and you do want a Mustang GT.
Wait, is that the year with independent rear suspension?
Yeah, it's a new one.
15? Okay.
Yeah,
They're good.
new one.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
If the roads are
that's fine.
bumpy, you want a Mustang. If the roads are really good, you want a Focus RS. Is that video no bueno? Not worko? Oh well.
It should be, but it's not. But
Yeah, it should be. That's my story of my life. Right, baby? Uh-oh.
That's Viagra's new slogan coming out soon.
Do
Should
not
be,
have it,
but it's
though.
not.
Yeah, I believe you that you have it, but if we can't play
This
it
is
on the
terrible
show-
audio, Vin.
Yeah, that's not good.
Sounds like a marching band is walking by the office.
One Slow says 302 says I just watched a walkthrough. Oh, the walk around of the car storage. Yeah. So Larry Casilla's channel, Ammo NYC, did a video of my building. I'm gonna do one too soon. I just haven't got around to it, and he was here. Now we actually have a lot to show. We hadn't had a lot to show until recently, but now we have a lot to show. I'm gonna make a video too that's gonna look a lot like his video. I'm gonna make Hannah shoot it.
How
That's
many
what she does.
feet of wall were you up to now?
Oh, like 40.
Dude, it's
so
crazy.
we're close to the top.
Yeah. No, the walls are tall.
When does the roof go on?
Soon.
Ooh.
The way
That means cranes.
you can't have the walls like stay up without a roof for very long.
Oh,
The
well, you
roof,
have
like-
to put in all. They drop in the big four lifters first, or
They
after the roof?
actually can bring in the steel through the
Okay.
bay doors. They don't have
Oh.
to go in through the top.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is good because we don't need as much craning. Because the problem with craning is where the fuck do you put the crane?
Yes.
The only place you can put the crane is on the street. And so
You block
every
traffic
hour
again.
you're blocking Centinela is extremely expensive. So
We should just block it to have like a shoot, and then while we're shooting cars, you just pull
Yeah.
a crane in there real quick.
Yeah,
It's way,
No one
it's
on
way
your
cheaper.
side show.
no one will notice a
No one will
150
notice.
foot crane. Scroll down, Timmy. Lots of congratulations from people. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, everyone.
Siwa says daily drive a Miata or an E30 coupe. E30 coupe.
E30 coupe.
Yep. That extra space goes a long way in the everyday. MB is French. He wants to know, Hannah, do you like the BMW i3? They lease well in California. Oh, okay. We had been talking about replacement cars for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the i3 is? The BMW.
The i3, the little like novelty one.
Yeah,
the thing.
it's like
it's a real car, too.
Yeah, you're right. No, but like
You don't just like
you've
get it
answered.
free in a box of
The
cereal.
shape
Yeah.
is weird. The shape
I
is
know
weird.
that's what I mean. Is
the
shape.
electric one with the very skinny
yeah.
tires. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because it's so round.
Hannah likes.
I really like a square car.
A square car.
And the round ones, when I can't see the front of the car and it just like floops down into nowhere, it's very unsettling for me to park those.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So I didn't even
wanted-
consider this because it was so not square.
He wanted to also know, did you have any issues with your Volvo?
Well, overall it was an amazing car. But at the beginning, remember the electrical system was
Well, it was delivered with a dead air conditioning system.
right, delivered with
It
no
was
air
delivered
conditioning.
with like
Very
there was an air
confusing.
conditioning leak developed somewhere in transit, and it was developed with no refrigerant in it.
But in Sweden, it's very cold, so we don't install the air
Well,
conditions.
I remember going over to your house with the car and being like, can we sit in the garage and turn this air conditioning on? Because it was like kind of cool to me.
We bought the
But I
car
knew
December
that-
27th, so it wasn't like we really needed the air conditioning
Yeah.
immediately.
No, but the electrical system, like the radio kept shutting off while I was driving.
Yeah.
And then like the screen would all just like go black for a while, and then
Oh.
like, hello, we're back. Here we are. And I'd be like,
And we're
am I
back.
still driving?
Yeah.
What's happening?
There were some electronic gremlins in that thing. It was a pretty cool car, though.
It was a great,
overall.
great car.
It was a lot,
Yeah.
and that red. It looked hot in the red. The seats were very nice.
And there was no other cars like it on the road. Like I had it for over 3 years and maybe saw one other one.
I think we saw one.
The new wagon's
Yeah.
very good looking.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good looking.
I love a
nice.
wagon.
And I think we should maybe have a look at the redesigned one. The redesigned one is supposed to be very nice.
The XC90s.
Get the weave, the
way
city
too
weave
big.
interior is great.
Yeah.
You know we are limited by
The-
garage
I know.
space.
I
Vinny.
know.
The XC40 is real nice too. Inside,
Actually, yeah,
outside, it's good looking.
who did we have that had one of those? Oh, the cat counselor, the cat with Morgan. Our cat psychiatrist had one of those and really liked it. Yes, we had to have a cat psychiatrist.
Lay on the couch. No, lay on the couch.
Morgan-
Lay on the couch. Put it down. Put it down.
Morgan's very happy in San Diego. Well, we aren't really looking at anything. I don't know. We might go look at a Volt.
Well, we looked at that one. So you started talking about the Bring a Trailer one that I
Oh,
fell
it
in
was
love
the
with.
E320
Right.
Touring, the wagon, but
was
with
so
the
nice.
AMG body kit and interior from Japan. It was like an $18,000 car that sold for $40,000 on Bring a Trailer.
Oh, my God.
Like I was in up to 20, and then it was like, well, get the fuck out of here.
That's too much.
Yeah.
But like Marco from TLG bought a 500e today.
Oh my god.
And it is fire. I was like, don't you show that to Hannah, because
Yeah.
it's like a
Tim, will you
sick.
bring me a picture of that?
Can you get a Mercedes?
couple of
Mercedes 500e.
There are 500Es, 2 or 3 for sale in Dubai right
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
The 500e is one of the most iconic Mercedes of all time. Engineered with the help of Porsche. Very fast, very cool. Kind of the essence of 90s Mercedes. Marco's is really, really nice.
What color is it?
Dark gray.
Dark gray. It's like 110,000 miles.
Yeah.
And it looks fresh as fuck.
That's a nicer picture. The other one was just very sedan-y. Like sedans look like sedans to me. You know,
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to tell the difference. This was a nicer.
No, actually, like a 320 wagon would be nice, but those are going to be tough to find. They're just not around. But okay, the search continues.
But the Volt was almost the perfect LA car.
It may still
and
be.
it may still be.
There's a bunch of. They just discontinued it. There's a bunch of leftover ones, and I'm sure
Oh,
there's
that'll
cash
be
on the
cheap.
hood. Like, just grab one.
Yeah, because it just worked great for here.
It's such a thing you don't have to think about. It's
Yeah.
just. I need to go there, and that's how. It's very nice.
Yeah, and
Also, Teslas are like Alex Roy leased the Tesla the day of the wedding, and then drove it up, and he just walks in the store and goes, "Do you have inventory?" And they were like, "Yup. What do you want?" And he's like, "I want the cheapest base model, like a long range rear drive with as few options as possible, plus autopilot." And it was like $4,000 down, $399 a month. He drove it. He walked in. He was out of there in like
That's
3
not that
hours.
bad.
It's not bad for a Model 3. And I did like the Model 3. That's pretty cheap. We don't have
Dude,
to
I
wait.
drove one at the track. It was quick.
They're pretty cool.
Surprisingly quick. It
Yeah,
wasn't
they're
even
cool.
a sport one.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't buy it
fun.
nice. It was fun.
yeah, for that much,
They
how
are
much,
nice.
The Volt was like 3 something as well, wasn't
It's
it?
going to be cheaper now. They want
Yeah.
they want out of them, but like for an extra $100, you could get into a Tesla
A
over
fast Tesla too, man.
Not the really fast one, but like
you got to pay for the charger at the house, though.
But then you have to get a fast charger at the house.
Because Alex
The
also ran into
charger
the
we have at
problem.
the house doesn't work on.
No.
A
Tesla?
yeah, like for a Tesla, because it's full electric, you need a higher power charger. It would be like
You can't just use the one we have, but for longer.
No.
no. I
Very
mean,
long
yeah, it would take
When-
a lot
when
longer.
we-
Yeah.
when
you have
you-
to pay like $2,000
when Matt
to
had
have
the
a charger
Jag-
installed at the house.
When Matt had the Jag electric car,
I think you were out of town. Did you ever
You
see
what?
the
No.
electric Jaguar?
we had an electric
No.
Jaguar there. You
think you were gone.
you were
Sounds
gone.
like an oxymoron.
No, it was actually quite nice.
No,
But,
it was
but,
rad.
but Matt let me take it to work, and so I was curious. He left it with me with a full charge, and I was like, I want to see 40 miles there, 40 miles back. It's a 240-mile range. I was like, let me see just what and I hammered it the whole way to work and back. It was like half a charge by the time I got it home. I plugged it in. 12 hours on a regular 110 charge. It was 12% up. It was
Yeah.
1% per
That's
hour
dismal.
on like a regular 110.
Yeah.
And
Either way,
neither one of us
nothing?
could find any chargers anywhere near on our side of town.
with any pure electric, you need to have a fast charger. What?
It's that one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
iPace.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
it was
Really
not that,
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
loved
liked it.
driving it. It was great, and everyone loved it. But the public charging network sucks my dick, and not as well as you do, baby.
We're married now.
We're married
That's
now.
all in the past.
I get blowjobs.
No more blowjobs.
Yeah, no more blowjobs.
Only on birthdays.
It drives really good, but the public charging network sucks. And so, if you want one of those, you
But
have
if
to.
there was a
never seen
charger
one of
at
those.
work or at the house, would have been fine. Would have been perfectly
yeah.
I
fine.
think
Yeah.
it looks just like that Acura you just had, no?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's all electric.
It's more like
Just
future-y.
doesn't seem like a Jaguar.
What does a Jaguar seem like to you? Like my mom's car?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could probably fucking
That's
take
what
that.
they wanted you to do.
My
is
mom's
say-
F pace. We had to F-Type. We had to exercise it. You know, it's 20. We bought it in 14. It's a 15. We bought it in 14. It has 2,400 miles on it.
Oh my god.
Fucking waste of a car.
No, just wait for auction
Yep.
later.
Yep. Wait 30 years.
I mean,
Because it's well optioned.
it's a perfect spec.
Yeah.
That car's hot.
Yeah, you picked out all the shit on it.
I have excellent taste.
It's the 6, right?
It's a V8 S coupe with British racing green over camel with the two-piece
yeah.
forged wheels and the banging stereo. It's a rad spec, but like my mom don't give a fuck. She doesn't drive it. She doesn't care. It's too small. It's too like low for her. She doesn't like. She likes her little crossover. Robert says. A real question. I'm a larger. I guess this. Congratulations. I'm a 6'2", 300-pound guy with a C6 Corvette. And I'm looking for a better seat with more headroom and better side supports. But I also do long drives, so I don't want to go full race seat. Suggestions? Isn't it Corbeau? Vin, is it Corbeau who makes good Corvette seats?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
Corbeau makes the
Corbeau's
best
good.
aftermarket Corvette seats.
Yeah.
And they'll be good. Isn't that what Hayes has?
Yep.
Yeah, and
They're pricey.
He's not that tall, but
They're not cheap, but
they're
Good
not
seats are
cheap.
never
for what
cheap.
he's
No,
for
but
what he's talking
seats,
about, you
dude,
have to spend the money on seats.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
tires.
It's a safety item.
Yeah.
You don't go cheap on it.
Safety item plus comfort item.
I
Like,
drove that VF, the green BMW, the wide body BMW, the VF built years ago. I drove it from Philadelphia down to Florida and was not even sore. Then it had like
No,
these
those are good
$2,500
seats.
Recaros
Yeah.
in there. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
they were expensive,
I
but they were amazing.
I spend the money on the seats. I
Yeah.
never have problems. Yeah.
I have photos from us from that day we
And if
went
it's that
to
big of a concern, he can
Spring
just buy
Mountain,
one.
Spring Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to see those. I just met you and we went 130 miles an hour in an
Oh, that was
E46.
literally
Wow.
was that the
M3?
first day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the first day Zach met Thad. Was on a shoot, and we put them in a car. Me and Tom put
that's
them
so
in a
cute.
They're
car.
like,
feel
you're
like we
riding
should do
with
a
this guy. And I was
montage.
like, what? And then we're going real fast on
That's
the way out
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
But you seemed confident and calm. which
Yeah,
is
it's
good.
out there. It's nice.
Those
then
are you
the,
look
uh,
for,
It'll
man?
be fine. As
At
much
130 miles an hour, the guy's got like tattoos and he's huge. I'm like, who are you? And just, whoa. I'm like, well, stable on the wheel. And then the splitter fell off on the way back.
Those were great cars, by the way.
They
Yeah,
were.
they were.
Yeah. Alan likes our tracksuits. Hanna came up with the track. Why did you come
Well,
up with the
I just
tracksuit
like
idea?
a matching outfit.
Anything matching
And-
is Hannah's.
Yeah.
Which is strange because we had mismatched outfits for the wedding, which is good. But
Well, the
Yeah,
bridal party
making-
wasn't really an official thing. Matt made
Never
one
is.
before I did.
Well, because like you guys walked down the aisle, but you didn't stand up there.
Right.
Like it wasn't a big.
Which
it
we
wasn't like
appreciate.
a big fucking thing. And making a bridal party dress the same is so annoying
pain
for
in the ass,
everybody.
totally.
And like if we ask you to go buy a tracksuit, like you'll get some other use out of that versus being like, you better get a brown suit with this. Like now you have an expensive thing that you're never gonna fucking use again. So we didn't want.
Except for Thad, who apparently isn't allowed to wear his tracksuit in Dubai.
I got shamed.
Why?
Because I kept on talking about how I'm going to wear it. I just kept on getting called a chav.
And he didn't get shamed by brown people. He got shamed by fucking limeys.
Exactly. He's like, you can't do that. I'm like, you look like an idiot. I'm like, no, but it'll be comfortable. He's like, he's one of the wear suits to be upgraded possibility kind of guys.
Fuck
okay.
out of here. A 16-hour flight, bro. Wear an $80,000 watch. You want to be upgraded.
Yeah, I don't think they upgrade you based on what you're wearing. It's right. It's
There's
points.
an argument. Who is it that makes this argument? I
A lot of
forget.
people
Yeah,
have said,
a
like,
lot of
dress.
people say it. Yeah.
You're
Trust-
more likely if the person gets to arbitrarily choose, if you look like a business professional, you're more likely to get it.
I understand that.
Diamond earrings and tracksuit.
That
and
shit all happens in software now.
Yeah.
There's no discretion
True.
there.
Yeah.
Is there?
We got a class action suit if
good
there
work,
is.
I have more points than them, but they're dressed better.
Chris says, was Big Truck Driver played at the reception? I love Big Truck Driver by Mystical. No, we played Somebody to Love, Everlasting Love. Were there any car-related songs?
We had asked at one point for Little Red Corvette. They might have played it while we weren't in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Because we also asked for a Mighty Mighty Boss Tones song. The impression that I get that I didn't hear played, but then saw a video of a bunch of people dancing to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess I missed a whole bunch of things.
It's kind of a song you have to play when you're the Hudson Horns. I would think the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones would kind of be.
What brought Hanna to California from New York? A job or me?
A
Not
plane?
me.
Not boy, were my arms tired. I came to California a little bit because of a nervous breakdown. I think, like in hindsight, it definitely was a strange path that took me here. But I was living in Rhode Island, and I was just really done with living in Rhode Island because Rhode Island's great for when you're in college or when you're married with kids, and I was neither, and it was weird and lonely. And I knew I could go back to New York where like my friends and family were, and like I had a built-in support system and a built-in everything, or I could try something brand new. And so I decided to move to Los Angeles, which a little bit, I also moved here because I wanted to be closer with my brother, and who's 7 years older than I am, and I was going through a hard time, and at one point he'd said, like, I love you, but I don't know you that well, I can't help you. And I was like, oh, wow, like, I want to become closer with him. I very mistakenly thought Los Angeles and San Diego were closer together than they are. But anyway, like, packed 2 suitcases and came to LA and got a job kind of on the way out. And then 10 years later, met Matt.
Swipe right, son. Swipe right.
Nice.
What's our favorite things about California and New York?
It says L.I. New York.
She's from Long Island.
Strong
Well,
Island.
New York, I miss New York every day, but people everyone has something to say. Like, everyone reads a newspaper, everyone has, like, a thought on something, and I don't
In
find...
New York.
In
Let's
New
make
York.
this clear.
Yeah.
Let's make this clear.
In
Yes.
New
Make
York,
this clear.
yes. But I find
Here
that
it's
that's
like,
not
are you
the
going to
case.
get a surf in this afternoon? Or
Brah.
not? You know.
It's just more, here it's more like, can you introduce me to someone who can help me do something?
Yeah.
Like, there's not, I don't know, just talk about things.
The weather, traffic. Standard.
I like the air.
Why don't
here.
people
I
just
like
drive?
The air in
Dogs
LA
in the
very-
grocery stores.
It's just traffic. Just drive.
You can bring your giant dog just into the grocery store like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At the airport, there's like people with dogs hanging out. Like,
Yeah.
why is your dog at the
In the
airport?
grocery
on
store,
our-
there's people with dogs hanging out. It's
Someone
like-
on our flight the other day had the cutest dog that would literally snuggled them on their lap the whole day. I was like, I'm just really jealous that you
Totally
were doing that with your
I've
dog.
seen golden retrievers that like lay on the ground in front of them the whole time.
Yeah.
And they're well behaved.
Yeah.
But I think they realized that a lot of animals were dying when they're shipped underneath in the planes, and so like a lot.
How
of
many?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what
It's like
percent had
enough
to...
percentage that now they have like pet relief areas in the airports, and you can. And there's also the dumb service dog thing, which is
Right.
kind of annoying. If
I
it's
would have
not
thought it's more
real.
service dog
It
than...
was both.
In theory, I'm annoyed
death.
by the service dog, but I'm not really because I've never personally been inconvenienced by anyone's service dog, and I'm kind of jealous that
Yeah.
I don't have one too. That's
I've
what
I've
really
been
bothers
inconvenienced
me.
when someone has a poorly trained dog that's wearing a service tag, and you're like, it's obviously not a
Yeah.
service dog.
yeah.
It's just someone's dog, and they got a
That's some
script for
bullshit.
it.
Yeah.
Like that's bullshit.
Yeah, because we did seeing eye dogs when we were little. So we took them all over the place.
I'm sorry, what?
So like in between puppy to like prime age to be trained to be seeing eye dog, we would raise them in between them.
And then you would just, like, give them over to be trained?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well,
heartbreaking.
they go to college.
No, but we did that for basically both of our dogs ended up coming back because they were good for breeding.
But not
So
for
that's
seeing.
how we
Wait. Terrible seeing eye dog.
Failed
Yeah.
the written exam.
because they're
Strong
like
math though.
good temperament, blah 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 blah. So all that stuff. So we kept them. So Peaches
Okay.
was like 18 years old when she
Oh,
died.
Peach is great.
Oh yeah, it was a good dog.
But yeah, no, I hate the fake seeing eye dog. Is what I'm saying.
It's a fake seeing eye dog.
No, like the
around.
fake
Service
community.
dog.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Oh my God! Antoine gave us a very nice donation, Hannah, and thanks us for the content and congratulations. Give us a very strong donation. Are we gonna? Joe says, are we
Thank
gonna
you.
keep up the separate city thing for a while? I hope not.
We hope not.
Come home, baby. Quit your job. Get a new job in LA.
Remember when you pretended that you would come and see me in San Francisco?
Yeah, you didn't.
I mean, no. Like in the beginning, I went up there a few times.
Yeah.
And then we got Morgan, and I pretty much had to stay at home to take care of the cat situation,
And
which
then we
was
gave
very
Morgan away.
intense. And then we gave Morgan away
In December.
In December, and I kind of
Prime wedding planning time. Though.
No, and I just sort of had like not really considered when planning January and February's calendar that I
It is.
When you do this, I feel
that I don't love you.
that I'm in a studio apartment staring at the walls
I know.
in Redwood City.
A figurative apartment studio or literal?
Literal.
Okay, because we construct the walls around us sometimes, and they can feel small, like a
No,
studio
this is a
apartment.
real fucking small studio.
Vinny, don't laugh off camera. That doesn't make me feel good. He's like, I'm going to hide this.
I'm trying to make sure. I didn't want you to break character. I was trying to keep you from. Anyway.
I don't know.
No, but we'll live together again soon.
I hope so. Because it's sad when she doesn't live in LA. I'm sad
Yeah.
too, even though I'm not as sad as her about it
No.
because I have.
No,
the
Matt's
cats.
always like, "Oh, it's so sad here," but don't worry, 7 of the guys are coming over tonight, and we're making like, whatever crabs bolognese, like.
With the sunset.
Something
and
fried.
Yeah, and
Meatball waffles.
He's like,
Whatever.
today we just like opened a crate of wine, but like we really wish you were here. And I'm literally like standing at a counter with the one fork I own, eating a piece of salmon, just like, yeah, no, it's okay.
I think you need to open your own crate of wine.
I tried that for a while.
There's-
But what happened was that I ended up doing a lot of online shopping, and then I would ship it to myself in LA.
Like, what
Drunk
the
shopping.
fuck are all these
There's
boxes?
so-
Like, so many
so many
unidentified
surprises.
boxes.
The
Tom
box
used
of
to do
fake
that.
The
chicken
fucking
wings.
Great
Your
Pyramid
chicken
of
wings.
I know. I have it on
Yeah.
top of my speaker now.
Yeah.
Well, the stuff, yeah, when she was looking for like chotch for the wedding and getting drunk and just sending like boxes and boxes
You
of
would. You
fucking
couldn't
shit.
imagine to the ceiling. Like it
We
was
had
insane.
a pyramid of boxes that was like 7 feet tall.
Oh, my God.
It was fucking crazy.
What was in there?
Everything.
This is why the guy threw it over your fence. You kept
Oh,
on
dude, he
getting
was-
1,000 boxes.
Yeah.
Well, today the guy rang the doorbell. We received about 600 rolls of toilet paper in the mail today because I registered for them. Interestingly, not yours yet, Zach.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mine
Not
I
from
set to
Zack
deliver on
Crapman.
Monday, and then it got delivered the day of the wedding. I swear to God.
So maybe it's the other box.
It may already
The
be
one that
gone.
arrived today was to Hanna Farah, care of the smoking anus.
Nice.
But anyway,
I see you got my gift.
for
That was from-
all
it's
like
not from me.
It's from
600
Rob
rolls
Ferretti.
of toilet paper, they rang the bell and handed me these huge boxes. And then Vinny got one package from Amazon that they just hoiked right over the fence. I was like, that was the one you guys? Okay.
The,
Luckily, it was our banana hammock. Speaking of shit we didn't need in the house.
Vinny got
awesome.
a hammock to put actual bananas in.
An actual
You'll
banana
see it
hammock.
It's a
tonight.
mini hammock that holds bananas.
It keeps them
On
fresh.
the
though.
counter.
G-string, you just hang it from a cabinet.
But we
That would
re-
No,
work.
it's a hammock.
but we registered for toilet paper,
Yeah.
and so now we have all the fucking toilet paper.
Yes.
we have.
We
it.
always need to. It was the perfect
we do.
gift. It goes away.
Everybody poops.
It goes away, but you remember it.
You know, we should
Right.
have.
I'll
You could
think of
have
you
asked for
fondly.
black. You know, they have black toilet paper now. You could have gotten that.
What? What do you do with that?
Why would you
It's-
want
it's
that?
Trendy
It's
looking.
charcoal activated.
Trendy looking
Yeah,
black
you could've
toilet.
you could've guessed
talking
that.
Is this
about?
like the
That's that's a
stupid
new
black-
LA thing. You haven't seen this before.
No.
It's
No.
like the
No.
Just look
Zoom
up
room.
black toilet
How do you
paper.
know when you're
That's-
done?
I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
it on Instagram.
No,
I've seen it on Instagram.
Tim, that was so wise.
Yeah.
So quiet for
I'm
so
not.
long.
I don't know the functioning. I'm telling you, this
I
is the
don't
new
talk a lot.
trendy
I'm
thing
busy
is to
over here.
have like when you have a dark colored bathroom, you match it with black
But
toilet
we don't
paper.
have dark
If you have
colored
one of the
bathrooms.
full
I'm
black
just saying.
bathrooms, like those, like
Yeah.
a Coke.
My grandma
oh
had one.
my god, that looks worse
I'm
than
not
I'd
making
imagine.
this up.
That looks like an ace bandage.
That looks awful.
That's horrible.
No.
But that's not a real thing. Wait, but Tim, will you look up if it's trending?
Hashtag black toilet
Did
paper.
they pay for the trending?
Right,
Or just
like-
this.
That looks terrible.
I didn't. I wasn't. I was just saying it was an option. I didn't say it was a good option.
That's very
Anyway.
funny.
You won't know
Yeah,
how much
why
paint
aren't
is
there
on your
more,
brush.
more colored toilet papers? I see pink.
I mean, Spaceballs, the toilet paper, was the
It's like-
ultimate.
Well,
That was
It really
it.
went
Yeah.
down
remember in
from there.
Africa there was the puppy
Oh
dogs
yeah,
on the
they had
toilet
embossed.
paper
It was embossed
Yeah.
with puppy dogs. That was
And
the most
I was
luxurious
just somewhere else
butt
that had
wiping we've
ponies
had. That
on
was
it,
in
but
South
not in
Africa.
America.
But not solid colors really ever either. So I see
no,
pattern
but
stuff like
it was a puppy.
It was an embossed puppy.
Oh, wait, today, let's not discuss why I was on the Charmin toilet paper website, but
They have it. Well, of course they do.
they have a website, and
Enjoyed the go.
like deep down in the website, they actually have like a page of poop jokes on it.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking up poop puns because this isn't my favorite gift, but it's a solid number 2. It was a strong line, but
Yeah.
I needed
Yeah.
something else.
Hannah's thank you
And-
notes are fucking sick.
The descriptions
Her
of all the
thank you
gifts were
notes-
hilarious.
Her thank you
Um,
notes are like 300 words each.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, but so
They're legendary.
there was. Anyway, it's like, don't worry, guys. Like we know toilet paper and poop jokes. Like, and they offer you poop jokes on the Charmin website.
Have you ever heard of someone using a thesaurus for a thank you note before?
No.
You're missing the point.
Yeah.
Did you remember any of the poop jokes
Well,
to share with us
I'm
right here?
so glad you asked. Yeah, so there was one that was, it was, what time do you go to the bathroom?
I don't know what time.
It was poo 30. And that would
That's
really...
like a fucking stretch.
But
That's
that one
not-
really
that's a
bothered
weak
me
one.
because there
'Cause
was
it
that
sucks?
old offensive joke. No, because there's a different joke that sucks that it's a ripoff of, which is, what time does the Chinaman go to the dentist? And it's 2:30.
2:30. Yeah,
2:30.
2:30.
And so I was really like, you're gonna have to shit in the dentist's office. This is a real problem. Like, you can't
Both
tell
of these things
joke.
occur
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We should go downstairs and tell my dentist that joke.
And then shit in his
And then
office.
shit in his office.
With black toilet paper.
I mean, technically, I shit in his office like often.
Okay. What else we got up there on the thing?
Oh man, someone says they want to know if we want to have kids. I want
Sometimes.
six cats. Sometimes kids, but usually more cats. Stand or sit when you wipe. Oh, for $20, stand.
You do? No, you don't. No, but you know what Matt does that I
I
thought
can't
all.
wait for this.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the shataf in the UAE yet?
Sorry.
Since we're on poo conversation.
No, but,
None of us know
I
what
don't
it
know.
is.
I would like to know where you're going with this. Please.
Okay, so next to basically every toilet in
Wait,
the mid.
SHITAFF?
Yes, it's like Arabic version.
Yeah, it's transliteration from
Yeah.
it.
So it's
okay.
basically, like when you on your sink, how you have like the good pressure sprayer, like the nozzle that you kind of pull out.
Yeah.
One of those next to every toilet.
So it's a bidet, but it's hand.
Yeah,
it's but you
handheld
control it.
bidet.
You have your destiny.
You have some
That's
precision.
not as interesting as I thought it was.
No,
gonna
it's
be.
really nice way to poop, and it minimizes toilet paper. That 600 rolls would last you 4 years.
It's gonna last me forever anyway. But Matt, what he does that I thought all men do. You are not getting away with this.
I can't wait for
This
this.
is something that I
Speaking of
thought
topics that are
all
on
men
brand for
do.
this show.
And then I asked a bunch of men, and turns out Matt's the only one.
What? Okay.
I don't even know
Do you
what
want
this
to
is.
guess at what this is,
You
Matt?
took a survey?
Yeah,
Don't look at me.
This is her job, man. She's like market research,
yeah.
right?
I do research.
She didn't ask me.
I don't even fucking
Wait,
want
did
to know.
you spend Facebook money? And you had like you arranged like a market research thing, and they're like, yeah, no, it's for work, and it was like 500 random guys from the Bay
She
Area.
spent rubles on this.
No, Matt, when he goes to the bathroom, he likes to hold the toilet paper, like the roll of toilet paper in his hand.
Oh,
It's
well,
never
no.
on the roll,
But only
because he likes
no.
to like.
Okay, yeah, no, but
hold
this
it up
is
here and-
but not in always. Like
Oh.
in our bathroom, the roll of toilet paper isn't on a hard mount.
No, you
It's
do it in the
on-
other
it's
bathrooms
on,
too.
like a J hook.
Gotcha.
So like it sometimes if you give it a little whip to fucking
It
get some
zips off.
inertia going,
Yeah.
it sails off into the trash can, and twice has bounced, ricocheted into the toilet.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Trick shot.
Poop got on the wall.
It's terrible.
Trick shot.
What? Also accused me of getting poo on the wall in a place that it would be virtually impossible unless I did a fucking Tanya Harding triple axle wall shitting. It wouldn't.
All I know is that I'm gone for 4 days, and when I come back, there's poop on the wall.
It's not, it was. Yeah. I looked like it looked like about the height of a Conrad's asshole. If I had to guess.
and a cat. This is the perfect plan of blame the human.
Yeah.
But also but you do it in the other bathroom.
No, okay, so in the bathroom sometimes
Just so we're clear.
I take the roll off
No, I'm
and
just
I
kidding.
put it on my finger. And I do that and sometimes it makes it back onto the hook and other times it stands vertically on the counter next to where the hook is. I thought
it's the end of the world.
I don't. You don't want to know what I thought she was going to go with.
Now I do.
I just envisioned
I
that
don't
very
know.
like Statue of Liberty-esque
it's
on the
more-
toilet. with the toilet paper.
I don't think I do anything weird when I poo, but like
Except put
she
it on the
might.
walls.
There's a lot of ergonomics and precision of a good toilet roll
Yes.
placement that not a lot of people consider.
So I did this shoot in San Diego like a month ago, a critical mass thing for BMW, and it's the first day of meeting everybody. I've known two of the people before. Everyone else is brand new, and they rented this. It looked like a baller house on Airbnb when we got there. You're like, oh, this is kind of a McMansion, like on the cliffs, very nice location, but they cut corners a lot of places. I go in the bathroom to pee, and I piss, and then I pull off some toilet paper to blow my nose, and the thing happens that you said. I whip the toilet paper, and the momentum just takes this unweighted sand, and it goes right in the bowl. And I'm like, I've been there 5 minutes. And so I walk out just holding a garbage bag with toilet paper. I fish out of the toilet, and I go, where's the garbage can? And it's like, all the circumstantial evidence looked terrible for meeting all these people. And I'm like, I dropped the thing in. I'll explain it in a moment. I did not pee intentionally on the toilet paper.
That's so fucking funny.
That's awesome.
The Airbnb trend that I don't like is what Hanna and I call the fugazi, which is the fake light gray wood. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
It's very
about.
trendy to have your hardwood be this sort of light gray
With your
instead of
white
the
walls.
natural with the white walls.
And
It's
you
like
have,
a
like,
modern
red
look.
cabinets.
But all these Airbnbs,
Want accent.
they want to do that on this fucking cheap, so they get a vinyl covering that looks like it, and we call it fugazi. And
feel
I've
the
gotten it in
carpet
like
underneath.
4 different Airbnbs.
I'll look in mine today.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
I don't know.
Well, LA
It's-
has a lot of vinyl over carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is strange.
Are we going to the Gambler 500? We have no plans to. It seems like a shit show. Does Larry do paint protection film and travel to Queens? Yeah, I don't. I think he does.
Paint protection?
He charges a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Paint
He likes-
protection's super
I'm sorry, I'm
expensive.
trying to blast through these because we're going to end this show pretty soon. Congratulations from a bunch of folks. Thank you. Oh, thoughts on Ravan and the $500 million Ford investment? So Ravan is making this electric pickup truck. Ford gave them $500 million, presumably to access their technology in EVs. I think they're trying to build some kind of full-size SUV or commercial
They have one of
truck
those too.
using the skateboard from
Right.
Ravan. So that should be, I mean, that's cool. It's exciting. That's good for them.
Overlanding with zero noise would be kind of fun. Like when we
I
do the
think
camping
electric
shit, it'd be really
off-roaders
cool.
would be pretty cool because like 100 miles off-road is a really long way.
Except
and at a low speed, I think you could probably
I get range anxiety here. You're gonna go off-roading in an electric
if you
car
plan
in the
your
middle
trip,
of nowhere.
though. Like when we planned our trip, we saw on the map, with the backcountry discovery guys, it's like you go up a mountain, down a mountain, there's a town. Up a mountain, down a mountain, there's a town.
It's designed
now,
for motorcycles.
granted, the charging infrastructure would be far more questionable, but I think eventually it would be a really cool thing.
Okay.
You also, I mean, I'm not like a super hippie about it. I just think it would be enjoyable to do
Yeah.
electric off-roading. I wouldn't be opposed to having a really quiet putt-putt that would recharge the. I'm just saying, like, I'm not because I know
No,
that's
I get
not
it.
I
saving
would
the
think
planet.
with off-roading, though, you want some of those, like, audio cues that your
Sometimes.
car is working.
I don't think, but I think rock
Sometimes.
crawling, like,
You want the instant
I don't
torque,
think you
though.
need it.
That's
Right.
what you
Torque
want.
will be
Torque
nice.
is good, and actually, what's nice about an electric car is when you don't have engine noise, you can actually hear what each tire is doing. So there is a benefit of that too.
and downhill regen. You get
yeah.
a lot of recharging back.
Yeah, I think it would be neat. I'd like to try one.
I think the range on those trucks is a lot too, and
sure.
they tow a shitload.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
you'd be
huge.
fine off
Yeah.
road.
Is that it? Is that all of them?
Hall of
Well,
Fame.
man.
Into-
All right, cool. There's some other just random stuff, but we're not gonna.
They still have
we'll
cats
get there
in
later. We still have cats. We don't. Would we ever get a dog? Yes, if we had a yard, right? If we had a yard,
I
we'd
have,
get it.
I have lodging questions off air. We'll
Lodging questions.
Lodging?
Interesting.
Thanks for joining us.
Vinny's like, should I be asked these questions too?
Can I got one thing real quick.
That
Yeah.
was-
Can I give it? I gotta give a
please.
shout out to my. I got a little cousin Evan who bought his first project. So we should at least talk about cars for just a hot
Oh wait,
minute.
is this the 86?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
wanted-
independently got
I
an
didn't bring
email
a
from
book
his
to read while
father
you guys do this.
Really?
who said my son bought this car, right? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it sent me that same picture.
Oh, that's so
Independent
funny.
of you.
Put it up, man.
So yeah, this is So you met. Where does it go? Here.
There. It's a nice clean 86.
Yeah.
And that's
Great.
his first car.
Great
So
car.
his mom is Donna, the one that gave you the Conrad puzzle.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
his mom.
Thanks,
So
Donna.
this is his first project
Yeah,
car, and
got
I
us a
wanted to
wedding
say
gift.
congratulations on his completely
Yeah.
sweet find.
I have a couple videos with 86s, and I'm having a fucking great time in every single one of them.
They're awesome.
He will
They're
have a good time.
extremely
So I
fun.
just had to give a shout out to him for that. So
All right.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else to really plug at the moment. Do you? No? I don't know.
No.
about
This will go up Tuesday, so your 720 video will already be up.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And I got this dude Alan, who is the dude from the Manual Gearbox Preservation Society. So he's coming in, I
like
think,
their shirts.
on Thursday. So that should be fun.
What do
Awesome.
they do in that society?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Sell
a lot of
t-shirts and
questions
stickers.
about
This
that.
guy's very enthusiastic about it. I'm not want to say I'm skeptical, but I'm sort of like, what would you say you do here? I a little bit and I think that's a fair question. But
Yeah, absolutely.
by all accounts, the dude's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
it should be fun.
I have a Tacoma review going up, so if you're listening to this, it'll be up tomorrow, the day after, and go look for it.
Oh, lastly, it's gonna be up on Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Lastly, I watched. Oh, we should talk about it next show. I think probably for next show. I watched Alex Roy's movie.
Oh, we should talk
I
about
watched
that
it on
next
the plane. I'll do a full.
show. We should ask if we're allowed to talk about it too.
Yeah, because people fucking went to the premiere and then were tweeting about it. I don't have to give away plot, but I did
Correct.
really
He makes it
enjoy
across
it.
the
Wait,
country.
there's a plot?
There is a plot. I did really enjoy it, and it was really. I thought they did a fantastic job.
Good.
It was all the best things of our favorite cut from 2010. Edited and polished with some new stuff.
Good.
Nice.
And it was very entertaining.
I gotta get a
more.
copy
The
then.
most important thing is that we were worried about people who know Alex is. To us, the story is now an old story.
Yeah.
because it's. And so
We've heard it
my
for 10 years
concern
now,
was, is JF and everyone who's involved, going to find a way to tell the story in a way that's relevant today, even if you knew about it then. And I think they have very, very much succeeded.
Well, now
Yeah,
I'm excited
good
to see
point.
it.
Good
Yeah,
point.
that was what I was really worried about. Like, oh my God, it's been a long time. Like, does anyone going to give a shit? And I think this movie, I think people will give a shit. I think
Yeah.
it's very cool. And Alex is coming back to LA like soon, I think, right?
Probably. He's a wily one. He always surprises us.
Was he driving his Tesla across country?
He's done it before. He
Oh, no,
probably,
but,
you know
but
what?
the one he
probably
bought,
is.
I think he probably is, right?
will.
Fucking speaking of which, I think the most hardcore guests at the wedding were Cameron and Whitney Weiss.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Shout
their
out.
van.
They fucking drove.
Yes.
Cameron and
No, it's
Love
not just
it.
that they drove.
they drove in their converted Sprinter van that he built himself or converted himself with wife, baby, 2 German Shepherds, and they lived in the van driving to the wedding, and they're driving back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
things? Okay, yeah.
But just that it was the two of them, their newborn,
Yeah.
the 2 dogs, camping. Like,
I mean, it was
Pretty cool.
It's wild.
It's a good test. It's a really good test of the system he's put in with like heating. And he said like the week before he had to
Good
rip
test
out all
of
his shit
everything.
and change like one of the fuel sources, and there was a bunch of stuff going on.
Well, he had to
It's cool.
reconfigure it because it originally was just him and Whitney.
Oh, that's right.
And he had to, because it was a commercial van that he bought, there was only 2 seats, and so now you've got a baby seat. So what do? He had to buy the second row bench seat and install that,
And then move the
because
kitchen.
of that, he had to move the whole kitchen to the other side of the van. And so now, I saw them when they were fucking leaving after the Sunday brunch. Cameron's driving. There's a 80-pound German Shepherd sitting shotgun. There's another German Shepherd on the floor. Whitney's sitting in the bench seat in the back next to the baby. I was
my
like,
God.
and they're gonna drive across. And by the way, like,
Whoa.
we like on Thursday or Friday of like a couple days ago, I texted Cameron like, "Hey, buddy, like, how's it going?" I was like, "Where are you at?" And he goes, "Vermont." And I was like, "So you're even further away?" Yeah, right, cool, man. He's fucking on it.
I
That's
applaud
amazing.
them. That's
yeah,
rad.
yeah. He's they're doing it.
Cool.
He's living the dream, and he's gonna have so many pictures of his watch just all over the fucking America. That's what they do. Like
And
they
that's
go
what's
out
important
and
here.
they got to sell him. He's living it. They're definitely living it.
Totally.
The two of them.
I think
they
that's
absolutely are
fantastic.
living their brand. All right, cool. Hannah, you want to promote anything? Facebook
No.
stories.
Yeah, if everyone could use Facebook stories, that would
Okay.
be excellent. And also, please read your news feed because I care about that too.
All right.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
That's going to inspire some real partisan backlash. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you a little bit later this week. We love you all. Thank you for understanding that we took a break. Smoking Tire Podcast is powered by Shout Engine. It was nice. Wasn't it nice that
It was lovely. You did a great
how
job.
good did I do?
You really
I
did
did
a
a
great
good job of not thinking or talking about work for
Yeah.
10 days, which is
Yeah.
very hard for me. I think I did a pretty good job.
You did an awesome job.
And
Thank
now we're married. And look, I can squeeze her titties. It's not.
You could do it before, right?
I did it.
It's just
before.
harder for her to break
Ah,
up
those
with
are
you.
my balls.
Yeah, but now you can't.
Stop.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's all pour one out for that, by the way.
All right, Smoking Tire Podcast, powered by Shout Engine, etc. These are the things. You can get your own show at shoutengine.com. We're going to go eat Vinny's meatballs. Vinny got meatballs happening at the house right now. We're going to
Hell
go
yeah.
eat Vinny's meatballs, take the Q45 in our sweatpants.
Hannah can't. She's married now.
Hannah can't have meatballs because she's married.
Not
What?
Vinny's.
Oh,
What? There's only one meat in them.
I know.
We
I'm
checked.
very excited
Wagyu
about that.
beef.
Yep. Yeah, there is that too. Bye.